All right. Hey, chat. How y'all doing? So, we're almost done setting up. We've put out terrain and we've rolled for all the terrain, like what its effects are and stuff. I put out my Realm Shaper engine. So we're about to roll for sides, but real quick before we do that, I know we're probably not going to have a ton of people here tonight. Though, let me go ahead and throw out another tag on Discord. But I've posted a straw poll in chat. So if y'all want to vote on which of the battle realms that we're going to be fighting in, feel free to vote on that. You have 6 options. You can choose anything except Gur, because Gur sucks.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of extra work that nobody wants to deal with, so. Alright, so while y'all are doing that, we'll go ahead and roll for sides. I got a 6.
2.
Alright, I will take the side with the Realm Shaper engine.
Alrighty.
And I deploy first. And so for anyone watching, we are playing Take and Hold. So this one's pretty straightforward. There are 2 objectives, 1 on each side, and starting at the 3rd battle round, whoever controls both objectives wins instantly. So that's worth keeping in mind. And for deployment, we can start anywhere more than 12 inches away from enemy territory. So I can't start in my Realm Shaper engine, but I can start near it. And I think let me double check what the rules for garrisoning are. I think I have to be within, like, normal move of it, or 3 inches or something.
Yeah, I think it's normal movement.
All I know is this terrain piece is absolute trash. It's like, if you can get it to work for you, it's great. But the odds of getting it to work for you are not that awesome, or not that high, unfortunately. Yeah, probably tomorrow, for those interested in chat, I will be putting out my thoughts video on the Seraphon battle tome, because I think I've done enough research that I feel a little more comfortable talking about it. Okay. You can garrison by making a normal move if you start within 6 inches of it. Okay. Cool. So that's how close I need to have... That's how close I want to try and have my stuff, which is actually doable, because it's a bigger than 6-inch model. You're surprised I put Oglu in there? Yeah, but, I mean, if I had played that game better, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal, and I'm not going to outlaw an entire realm just because there's a 1 in 6 chance I can get something that's going to be bad for me. Alright, now I just need to put down a line, and it needs to be 12 inches. It's so hard to make a straight line in this. Like an actual... You know what, I'll just measure it on each unit. I'm too lazy to do it that way. Alright. So I'm going to start... I won sides, chat, so I have to deploy first. So let's go ahead and start with a big ol' unit of Saurus Guard. And we will go over our builds and all of our items and all that juicy stuff once we have everything on the table. Alright, so let's have them come in. We're up against Ironjawz, so I think I'm actually going to come in a bit like... work. Wait, how far? I have to be... Oh, 9 inches from here. I think I did 12. Because I'm silly.
Is it actually 9? I thought it was 12.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was looking at
it
the
is 12.
objectives.
Okay.
It is 12. Okay.
It's like, I better not have measured the deployment for me wrong.
So I'm actually a little bit too close. There we go. Alright, so that's my first unit down.
Alrighty, I'll place down my Ardfist Battalion.
Have I read the errata and stuff? Yes, I have. It was actually terrible. Once again, there's the straw poll for anyone that wants to vote. Yeah, the errata, most of it was pretty bad for the Lizardmen. The only thing that they said that was good was that they essentially said the only things that like were good for us were that the Stylodons have an unrendable save while they're at a 1-up save, and if you have a what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, and salamanders are not artillery, so you can spam them if you want to be a jerk.
Alright, so this is my first drop, the Ardfist Battalion.
Okay, go ahead and relabel these. Oh wait, I don't need a victory point counter because there are no victory points in this one. It's literally either you win or you lose. Alright. Alright, so you dropped your battalions, you got a bunch of ARG boys. Let's put down... Let's see. Let's go ahead and put down Lord Croc right about here.
Alrighty. Place down my second War Chanter. He's gonna go right there.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and drop... Let's do my Saurus Astrolith Bearer right next to Lord Croc.
Okay. Do my Weird Knob Shaman. He's gonna go right next to this group.
Hey, Christian McGarry, there we go. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat. The Lizardmen will prevail. I sure hope so. Alright, so you dropped another War Chanta?
A Weird Knob.
Oh,
Shaman.
Weird Knob. Okay. Man, I haven't seen a Weird Knob in, like, I don't even know how long.
Yeah, they're kind of okay, and then they're kind of bad at the same time.
Lovely. Let's go ahead and go for... you know what? We'll put them behind a different thing. Let's go for a unit of... I guess let's do our second unit of Saurus Guard, which are going to come out over here, surrounding the objective. Let's actually have them more on this side of things. Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty, we'll do a Mega Boss on Ma Crusher.
Okay. I'm gonna put a unit of Croxagors. Have ever played as or against Bretonia on tabletop? Oh yeah, I played Bretonia quite a few times. Back during 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy, and I played against Bretonia many times. Bretonia had a lot of really, really faithful fans.
Alright, so 3 card scores there. I'll place down Gordrak, the Fist of Gork.
Ooh, man, we're gonna have a special character fight. This should be fun. Alright, so Gordrak's down. And you're done, right?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw down everything else. So let's put the Skink Starseer back here for the moment. We can put the Skink Star Priest over here. Actually, let's put it more like... How close do I have to be to arcane terrain? Just 3 inches, I think. Let's see. No, 1 inch. Okay. So make sure he's within 1 inch of that. There we go. And then we can put the Saurus Sunblood back here. We can put the Scarvet on Carnosaur back here. And then we'll put Salamander number 1. What was this forest? Did I roll for this forest?
Or
did I miss it?
I don't know. I think you missed it.
I must have missed it. Let me roll for that real quick.
This one doesn't have a name on it either.
That one was Arcane.
Arcane? Alright.
Yeah.
Put that down.
This one's also Arcane. Okay, so there's just a lot of
made things
a lot of magic forests. Okay, and for the rest of my stuff, let's put a unit of salamanders. Let's see. Let's put 1 unit of salamanders over here. If you Hand of Gork, do you have to put them outside of 9 inches?
Yes, but the funny thing is I don't have that spell.
Oh, okay, so I don't even need to plan for it. That's a nice surprise. I hate that spell.
I just have bash 'em lads.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll get into army comps and stuff here in a little bit. We'll put our other salamander over here. And then we'll put our unit of 10 skinks
Skinks.
over here. And they're going to do their best job to be as annoying as lizardy possible, which is what skinks are best at. Alright, so now we can go over some list stuff. Let's see. Hey Sotek, I had this wild idea for the Highlands vs. Greenskin lore pack with it not being uncommon for the DLCs adding lore. What if Greenskin's got the lore of the Spiderfang from AOS? Well, that lore of the Spiderfang is basically already rolled into the lore of the Little Wa. That's why they have the Itchy Nuisance spell and the I forget what it's called, the Venom of the Spider God or whatever it is. But they have a couple of spider spells already. So I don't see them getting their own lore at any point. Just because Forest Goblin lore is not significantly different from other goblins. It's just the spells they would cast would, like, manifest a little different. But they would be functionally the same spells. Yeah, Zerg, I hear ya. Yeah, Games Workshop has been actively punishing the people that try and play with old armies. By just making them terrible. They really don't want people using them. Alright, so let's go over lists. I'll go over mine first, and then we'll do yours.
Alrighty.
So I am running Coalesced, which the big things that's going to be doing for this is that all of the terrain on my side of the battlefield only affects me if it's positive, and only affects you if it's negative, which in the case of this battle is just these 2 arcane pieces, so both of them only give me bonuses, not you. But anything on your side works normally. Val, thanks for the $2 super chat. Another $2 the skinks get killed. I will try and make a mental note to suicide them at the end of the game. Then for my leaders, I have Lord Croc in the army. We've got a Saurus Astrolith Bearer, a Skink Star Priest, and a Saurus Sunblood, all kind of teamed up here. The Saurus Sunblood does have the Eviscerating Blade, so whenever he rolls 6s to hit, he will deal 2 mortal wounds for every 6, in addition to normal damage.
Okay.
The Saurus Scarvet on Carnosaur is the general, and he has the command ability that whenever he uses a command trait on a 4-up, it does not cost him a command point. Oh yeah, thank you, Adam. I will do that in just a moment. And then we got a Skink Starseer over here. That's all of my characters. I have no battalion, so only that one item. And then for the rest of my army, I have 2 units of Saurus Guard. One is a unit of 15. The other one over here is a unit of 10. I have 2 Salamanders. And then I have 3 Croxigors and 10 Skinks over here. And then for endless spells, I have the Prismatic Palisade and the Balewind Vortex. And that is my army.
Alrighty, so I'm doing Ironjawz. So I have Gorjak Fist of Gork. He is Minon, so he does more damage with his Maw Crusher. Then we have a regular Mega Boss. He's the general. So we're doing Iron Suns. So at the start of the first turn, you are -1 to hit rolls on me for missiles targeting any of my guys. So they're basically coming right into the fight.
Well, it's -1 to hit with everything, right? Not just missiles?
Yep. Yeah, it's actually everything. Didn't actually.
Yeah, I fought an Iron Suns player in a tournament in February, and it was not a fun experience.
So the general, he has the Right Fist of Docbod, so he gets a command point at the start of the first battle round. And then he has the artifact, which is the Sunblessed Armor, so he ignores... So he brings down Rend downwards towards 1 to a minimum of 0.
Okay.
And then I have 2 War Chantas, so 1 War Chanta has the Get 'em Beat, so they're... Basically, it riles up a Ironjawz unit to go 3d6 instead of 2d6 on the charge.
Okay.
And then I have another War Chanta. He has the Kill a Beat, so on a 4-up, he adds 1 to the hit rolls for a group of his choice.
Okay.
And then the Weird Knob, he just has the Bash 'em Lads. It also helps with the, if I remember right, it's either the wounds or hit rolls. It just adds 1 to it.
Okay.
And then he's got an artifact called the Great Green Visions. So on a 4-up, he gains a command point because it's the Great Green Visions.
Gotcha.
And then I have the Ardfist Battalion. So if you, say, killed a group of 10 Ardboys, on a roll of a... Oh, let me double check the battalion roll. It's a pretty good battalion. So on a 4-up, if you killed a group of 10 Ardboys, a new group of 10 identical is added back into the battalion and is set up anywhere as long as it's wholly within 6 inches of an edge and 9 inches away from you.
Ooh, spooky. Okay, so you basically have night goblins, but they're orcs.
Yeah. Drawn to the Wog. And yeah, that's it, really.
All right. Now I need to find out what realm we're playing in. So I'm going to go to Straw Poll here, and I'm going to go to Results. And we are fighting in Shemin, the realm of metal.
Oh boy.
So let me see what our dealio is going to be here. Alright, so for the realm of metal, both of us have access to the transmutation of lead spell, which is have the movement characteristic of a unit we pick rounding up. And if they have if the target has a save of 2-up, 3-up, or 4-up, then until your next hero phase, you can reroll hit rolls of 1 that target that unit.
Okay.
Then the command ability we both have access to is Adapt or Die, which is basically... it's basically just give a unit 6-up Feel No Pain.
Okay.
Within 3 inches of a hero or within 12 inches of the general. And then our Realmscape feature is a 4. Steel Rain. At the start of your hero phase, roll a dice. On a 6-up, pick an enemy unit that is not in cover. Roll a dice for every model in the unit. Inflict 1 mortal wound for every roll that is less than the unit's save. If you do not have a save, which I think everybody does, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yep.
Okay, so wow. Okay, so if you roll, So basically, if you fail a save roll, you take a wound. Yikes. Okay, but that only happens on a 6-up. So you finish deploying first, so you get to decide who goes first.
I think I'll have you go first.
All right, so turn 1. All right, so first things first, I need to check for the Realmscape feature. So on a 6, I get to throw some steel rain at you. Oh!
Yep, you do.
I actually get to use a Realmscape feature. It's a miracle. Okay, so pick an enemy unit not in cover. Okay, so none of your guys are in cover, but they're all the Ard boys are basically the same.
Yep.
I guess I will pick Ard boys number 2 since they're kind of off to the side.
Okay.
So I'll roll 10 dice because there are 10 of them, right?
Yep.
All right, so 10 dice, and if I roll below their save,
okay,
they take a mortal wound for every model.
So you are looking for 3s or lower.
Okay, so 3 minus.
So
2 mortal wounds.
alright. 2 mortal wounds. So that'll be 1 Ard boy.
All right. Next is the command point generation. So I get 1 command point just for existing this turn. Then for Lord Croc, I roll 3 dice, I believe. Last time I did a really bad job of double checking everything, and it was a bad time. So I'm gonna triple check everything. So let's see. Yeah, so he rolls 3 dice, and the Skink Starseer rolls 1 dice, but they both need a 4-up, so I'll go ahead and roll them together. Yep. So on a 4+, I get an extra command point. Wow! Okay, so 5 command points so far. That's a very lucky start. And then the Skink Star Priest generates a command point on a 5-up. Nice. Okay, so that's a pretty amazing starting turn. For my Constellation, which I forgot virtually every freaking turn last game, I am going to go for... let's go for +1 to cast on Lord Croc.
Alrighty.
So he's going to be running at a +3 to cast right now. Because +1 for being himself, +1 for the Astrolith Bearer, and +1 for the Sage's Staff Constellation. And then let's actually start doing some magic. So we'll start with Lord Croc. So last game I super goofed up, and chat will probably laugh at me for this. I thought Lord Croc only has 3 spells, but I'm wrong. He has 4 spells.
Yep,
So, somebody asked if you have a 6-up Feel No Pain on Ard Boys.
Yes, they have a 6-up Feel No Pain on their shield. So there's 2 shield guys in each group of 10. So if they're inflicted a wound towards them, it's only on wounds. On a 6-up, they can ignore it.
Okay, did you need to roll that for the rain?
No, it's a mortal wound. It's only for wounds that let the 6-up Feel No Pain.
Oh, okay. So it's not... Oh, okay, so it's not wounds and mortal wounds. It's just wounds.
Yep,
Gotcha.
just wounds.
Okay, cool. All right, so for Lord Croc, Celestial Deliverance has a range of... Let's see. Up to 3 times within 10 inches, but the Astrolith Bearer, I think, adds 6 inches, which is not going to be enough to reach your dudes, because you're at least 24 inches away. So he's going to start with Comet's Call, and he has +3 to cast, and he gets it on a 12.
I can't even stop that.
Okay, so because I rolled above a 10, I get to pick D6 units to suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
A 1.
Ooh.
Yay, there it is. Alright, so let's throw a... does Gordrak have any healing?
Not really. He can heal if he kills people.
Okay, and does he have any way to, like, ignore mortal wounds?
Nope.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting shit on Gordrak then. So he takes 1 mortal wound.
Alrighty.
Then for our next spell, let's go ahead and cast. Let's see that do I want to move him into the engine or? Oh wait, let's see. If I use the Balewind Vortex, that would give me, I think, another 6.
Yep, it gives you another spell. And
that's
6 inches.
another 6 inches, which don't really need that right now. Let's go. He's gonna try and cast Prismatic Palisade.
Alrighty.
So, and all of my spells are bound. Let's see. Prismatic Palisade. Alright, so this will need a 5 to go off. Goes off on a 10.
Alrighty. We'll try to stop it with the weird knob.
Okay.
No, you get to do it.
Okay, and I put it, let's see. Place it wholly within the caster 18 inches. Okay, so I'm going to slap it in here.
Okay.
We're basically just going to try and make it so that... Maw Crushers can fly, right?
Yep, my crushers can fly.
Okay, and what's their movement?
12 inches.
12 inches. Okay, we want to make life a little difficult for them. Try and make it so you can't get through that spot too easily. Alright, and Prismatic Palisade. Check for blinding light for every unit within 6 inches of that model. Okay. So that's fine where it is for now. Actually, let's move it a little further back. Let's make it so that if they get close, then I don't need to worry about it. Okay. So that's 2 spells down for Lord Croc. For his 3rd spell... For his 3rd spell, he's going to cast Mystic Shield on... what's the rend on Gordrak's attacks?
Gordrak has basically all rend 1s except for the Maw Crusher. It's rend 2.
Okay, so Lord Croc is going to cast Mystic Shield on himself.
Okay.
And this goes off on a 9.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, rerolling ones, Jack? Alright, so he's got Mystic Shield. Let's just grab... I don't think... We'll grab this one for right now. And then for his last spell, he's not going to do anything.
Okay.
The Skink Starseer is going to cast... I can't remember if the Star Priest is a wizard or not. I think he's a wizard.
Yes,
Yes,
the
he
Star
is.
Priest is a wizard.
He has Blazing Starlight, that's right. Which is not going to hit anybody right now. Alright, so the Skink Star Priest is actually going to go for the Balewind Vortex. Goes off on a 10. You have anything to stop it?
Nope.
Okay, so we're just going to bring it on right there is fine for the moment, and he's just going to pop on top of that. So he has +1, so that's going to give him, I believe, +6 inches to his spells. It gives him an additional spell, +1 save, and +6 inches to any cast.
Yep.
So now he has a 24-inch range, which still isn't going to have him in range of anything. And then for my last spell, the Skink Starseer, I'm going to cast Control Fate on Lord Croc.
Okay.
That goes off on an 8 because I've got Arcane Terrain next to me.
Yep.
How you doing, Jack? Alright, so with that, he's going to get +1 to save. And then other stuff that's going to happen during the movement phase. Mega Bosses can shout, right?
What do you mean by shouting? Like shooting?
that, yeah, they have a shooting attack.
Yes, they have a shooting attack. It's 8-inch range. Yes, it's an 8-inch range.
Okay. See, the prismatic palisade blocks line of sight, so I can hide behind that. I don't think I want to use Lord Croc's command ability yet. The Skink Star Priest. I pick a friendly Seraphon unit wholly within 12 inches to give poisoned attacks to, essentially. He is going to give them for this turn. Let's put them on the unit of 10 Source Guard over here.
Okay. So
actually, I lied. We're gonna put them on the. We're gonna put them on the Croxigors.
Okay.
So the Croxigors will have poisoned attacks for this turn.
All right. So the Serpent Staff.
See, Starseer doesn't do anything in the command phase. Croc could give flying, but I'm not seeing any circumstance where I would really want to do that right now. So, movement. So for movement, Lord Croc is going to enter the Realmscaper engine.
Okay.
We'll just put him right behind it. But he's fortunately it's a little hard to. You gonna stay there?
Oh, and he tumbles. Oh, almost.
Good enough. Good enough. So he's inside. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move up this unit of Saurus Guard just about 4 inches to about here. The Skink Starseer is gonna float his butt over here. Salamander is gonna move up just a little bit. Let's move him, say, over here. We're gonna move the Saurus Scar Veteran up a tad. This unit of Saurus Guard is only going to move up about 4 inches total, just to kind of get a little bit more of a slightly better screen effect going here. But otherwise remain the same. The Astrolith Bearer is going to move over here, but I'm not going to get inside. I'm just going to move next to it for right now.
Okay.
It is not time to go inside yet. Let me double check. I need to double check something with the Saurus Guard real quick. Saurus Guard. Okay. Okay, cool. Then this unit is Salamander. We're gonna move. What's our movement? 8 inches. So we're gonna move 8 inches here. Croxigors are gonna move up like so.
Okay.
While maintaining cohesion. And then the Saurus Sunblood is going to move up 5 inches to there.
Okay.
The Skinks. What's the movement on the Ironjawz Ardboys?
4 inches.
Okay, do you have any kind of like move multiple times or run like 2d6 or anything?
We can. No, not really. The only thing that really benefits them is the charging.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move them 8 inches towards this. Let's actually go ahead and run and see if we can get inside this forest. 6. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, the trees look cool, but now they're in the way. Get here. Get here, trees. So we're just going to move into the forest so that we have cover. That way, on the off chance you get the metal rain, you don't just instantly obliterate that unit. Alright, so all that's left now is the shooting phase, which I don't believe anyone's in range. The Skinks ran, so they wouldn't be able to shoot anyway. And both the Skink characters only have an 18-inch shooting range. So, yeah, I'm done. It is your turn.
Alrighty. So just a quick question. So can I actually charge into people?
Yeah,
that
so
are
you
in
could charge the Realmscaper engine.
Okay.
But I will note that because he's garrisoning terrain, Lord Croc will be -1 to hit, and he gets another +1 to his save. So right now he's at a 2-up save.
Alrighty. So gain a command point from start. Then on a 4-up from the weird knob, we'll get another one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then on a 6-up for the rain of lead.
Yay!
Yay, we get a.
We're all raining lead. Who do you want to rain lead on? So you can't pick the skinks, but you can pick anything else. It's basically going to be a 3- for everybody.
We'll do it on the big blob of 15 source.
Okay, so 15 Saurus Guard. So you roll 15 dice, and you will deal mortal wounds on a 3 or less.
3 or less. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5? Okay, so 5 mortal wounds. I am wholly within 12 of the Astrolith Bearer, so we ignore these on 6s.
Yep.
No, so I'm going to lose 2 Saurus Guard to that. Ow.
Yikes.
Dangerous weather we're having here today. And one of them's going to take a wound.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so we'll go on to the weird shaman spell stuff here. So he's going to do his Bash 'em Lads, and he'll do it onto Gordrak. So it goes off on an 8. Doesn't go off on a 5.
Okay.
He can cast another spell if he wants, but it's only Green Puke, but no one's within range of that, so that really does not matter. So
it has to be that, though?
Yeah, it has to be the spell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll Violent Fury up Gordrak from this War Chanta, and then we'll Violent Fury up the other Mega Boss.
Oh, and I don't think I mentioned earlier, but I am running Kotal's Claw. So, +1 to all jaw attacks, and if they charge, they get +1 to hit.
Yep. I play Seraphon too.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here. I don't think I have anything else really in the hero phase to go on here, so I think we'll go on straight to the movement here.
He's playing straight Ironjawz, not Big Wall. And I already he was nice enough to let me know he does not have the Hand of Gork spell, so I'm not worried about teleport.
Alrighty, we'll have the Ard Boys over here on the right run. They're going +6, so they're going 10 inches.
Look at that hustle.
Cruising.
Hey, Jack, when are you gonna come play me on Tabletop Sim, brother? Sure you guys are itching for games?
Run this group of Ard Boys in the center.
Yeah, Warhammer the Old World, guys, is not coming out for at least 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time before it happens.
Yeah, I know a lot of y'all probably are not used to the way Games Workshop operates, but they like to tease stuff way far in advance. Like, so absurdly far in advance that it makes you angry. Like, I do not know of a single video game in existence, video game company or video game, who has as bad of a track record at announcing things earlier than they should than Games Workshop.
So he goes 9. This Mega Boss.
Orcs, 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 orcs.
Yep, orcs. They're going wah. Then the other group of Ard Boys, they're gonna run like crazy. They go 7.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would not even be remotely surprised if they came out and said, like, we haven't even decided what all factions are gonna be in this yet. Oh, did your Ironjawz need to... I don't know if they have good leadership or not.
Their bravery is a 6, goes up to an 8, so
okay, so yeah, they're fine. Okay.
Yep, they're fine. Alrighty, so we'll go straight into the shooting phase here. We'll have Gordrak do his bellowing roar from the Maw Crusher onto Croc.
Okay.
So this will be 6 shots, if I'm right. Yep, 6 shots. We're hitting you on 2s, goes up to 3s. So
okay.
3s and 3s. Alrighty, so we got...
Hey, I'll take that.
Alright,
I'll
we got
take that.
1 at Rend 1.
All right, so that's gonna knock Croc down to a 3-up save because normally he has a 4-up, but between the Starseer spell and being in cover, he's at a 2-up. So he needs a 3 to save, and he rerolls 1s. He's fine.
Okay. Then we have really nothing else in the shooting phase. We'll have Gordrak charge into you, but first off, we'll have the War Chant number 2. He has the Get 'em beat, so at the start of the charging phase, I'm going to select the Mega Boss on Makrusha.
Okay.
So on a 4-up, he does a 3d6 charge. Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
he's
He
pretty heavy.
is ready to charge.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
All right,
who's charging
so
first?
we'll have Gordrak because he's probably the most important one. All right, so he's coming in on a 6. We're coming in. So what happens is, since he's coming in, he has a mighty destructive bulk. So this is the Makrusha coming in, swinging at the terrain and Croc.
Okay.
So what happens is I roll 9 dice against Croc, and then when I'm done with Croc, I roll 9 dice on the terrain, the Realm Shaper. And if I roll 6 with the 9 dice on the Realm Shaper, you do not get the benefit of cover. And then what else was it?
Ooh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's basically like
Okay, so
Gordrak's
okay,
Makrusha
awesome.
is
So
smashing
yeah,
it.
so you'll negate the cover save. Very cool.
Yep. Alrighty, so 9 dice for Gordrak, so that's 6. We'll do the Mortal Wounds on to Croc first.
Okay. And what do these need to hurt me?
These will be needing 5s.
Okay.
So 9 dice on 5s. Croc is going to be taking 4 incoming.
All right, so 4 mortal wounds. Croc does have a 4-up, feel no pain.
Yep.
He makes
Taking
1
3.
of those, and then with those 3 wounds, let me double check how this works. So, this is the first time I've used Source Guard for this specific purpose. Okay, so for these 3 on a 2-up, I'm going to pass them to the Source Guard because they're within 3 inches of the Realmscape engine. Alright, so all 3 will pass to the Source Guard, so another 2 of them are going to eat it.
Alrighty.
So we will
And
get
then
rid
the
of
9 dice into the Realm Shaper. Alrighty. 3 6s. That Realm Shaper is no longer getting its cover.
Alright, so no longer gives cover, but I do still get the -1 for garrisoning.
Yep. Alrighty, then we'll go on to the regular Mega Boss. So he has a 3d6 charge.
Okay.
See if he comes on in.
Oh,
10,
13.
13? Maybe. Let's see here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can get in there. And hopefully we'll be immediately blinded next turn.
Let's see here. Yeah, these spaces are colliding. Am I over on the other? Am I on the
yeah,
prismatic?
if you hold down the right click while you're holding whatever it is you're holding right now, it'll like kind of bounce him. Yeah, he'll fit. That's the important part of the story.
All right.
He's got some 3D models have a little large bubbles.
Yeah, especially some of the hard boys. Grab this one.
All right, we're about to test how tanky Lord Croc is.
Pop him somewhere right there.
I have a very, very high save, but
yeah, Gordrak. We'll just have to leave it like that. Gordrak's 3D models.
if only I put
a
it
little
like
bit
4
of
inches
pain.
further back. But I didn't want to risk him like flying over it into my army.
See if we can get it a little bit better.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so then he rolls 8 dice instead, and on a 4-up, because he's a heavy on, it's Mortal Wounds.
Okay.
Alrighty. So he's going to be taking 2 Mortal Wounds.
All right, so I ignore these on 4-ups. I save both.
Alrighty. So we'll go straight into the combat phase here. We're going to have Gordrak be Gordrak and do his stuff first.
Okay.
So he's really not.
Yeah, I guess there's no command abilities I should use. So yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we're gonna start off with his mighty axe that absolutely hates wizards, and that is Cunnin. So 5 attacks. They hit on 2s and 3s, but goes up to 3s and 3s because of the Realm Shaper garrison.
Okay.
So looking for precious 3s. We got 3 hits.
Okay.
So now the offside on this, since Croc is a wizard, if I roll any 4s on the wounds, it will deal D3 mortal wounds, and then the sequence ends.
Okay.
Alright, so all 3 are D3. So that is looking like 6 mortal wounds incoming onto Croc.
All right, 6 mortal wounds. I need 4s to ignore these. Very nice, Lord Croc. Alright, so one gets through. And it will pass on a 2-up. Alright, so another Source Guard takes a wound.
Alright. Then we'll have the Mighty X. Oh, what's the X called? It's called Smasha.
Pass the puck.
So we are hitting on 2s and 3s, but we will need 3s and 3s because of the -1.
Okay.
Alrighty, so 3 hits.
Thank God for that -1. Every die I can get rid of.
Alrighty, so 2, this will be at Rend 1.
Okay, so you got rid of my cover, which knocks me to a 3-up save, and then you have Rend -1, which knocks me to a 4-up save. So 4-up basic save, save 1, and then what's the damage?
It's D3 plus 1 because of Violent Fury.
Okay.
So 3 goes up to 4.
Okay, -1 for Coalesce, so 3.
Yep.
So I need 4s. Save all but 1. And then on a 2-up, I pass the buck. No! Croc takes his first wound.
Taken one, finally.
Ah!
Alright, then Gorjak's his Mega Boss. Not Mega Boss, the Mock Crusher, there we go. So he has 9 swings. So we are looking for 4 more dice. These hit on 3s and 3s originally, but I will need 4s and 3s.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 hits. Pretty bad, but hey, take anything. Alright, 2 at Rend 2 onto Croc.
Okay, so that's going to knock me to a 5-up save. Save both.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Alright, that is Mr. Gorjak the Fistic Orc.
You have to pass off to the guard before you roll the Feel No Pain for Lord Croc. Oh, okay. Before you allocate wounds or mortal wounds. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Thank you very much, Mr. Caleb. Also, Caleb, I've been really enjoying your Bat Reps and Seraphon videos lately. I've been watching a ton of your crap over the last few days. Okay, so I need to keep that in mind. Okay, so I will do that going forwards. What am I doing? Is it my turn to swing?
Yep, Croc
Okay.
can do his swings now.
Yeah, which is probably going to do absolutely nothing. Lord Croc, so I get 2 attacks, because I get a number of attacks equal to the number of people fighting me. So for both of my attacks, I'm going to put all of my Force Lightning into Gordrak.
Alrighty.
So I need 3s to hit. I hit with 1, 3s to wound, 1 wound at -1 rend.
Alrighty, so Gordrak is a 3-up save normally, so he'll need a 4. And he does not save.
Okay, and it's 1 damage.
Alrighty.
A little zap.
Little Zap. Alrighty, that's all of Croc's swings.
Yes, Croc's done.
Alright, so now we'll go on to the Mega Boss. So he has 8 Boss, Gorhaka, and Choppa attacks. They are hitting on 3s and 3s, but goes up to 4s because of the -1 to hit.
Christian, do I play Return of Reckoning? I have. I haven't played in a bit. I've just been busy.
4.
But I'd really like to get back into playing it on a much more regular basis because it's a super duper fun game.
That was a cocked one. Alright, still misses. So we got that many, so 3 hits. These are now looking for 3s. Alright, so 2 at Rend 1.
Okay, so this will need 4s to save. Okay, so 1 gets through.
It'll be 3 damage, but goes down to 2 because of the Colsed.
Okay, so I'm not going to pass that on to my Saurus. I want to roll my Feel No Pain.
Okay.
Save 1, so Croc takes another wound.
Alrighty. Then the Mighty Fist and Tail, 8 attacks. That's 5, 8. Yep. These will be hitting on 4s because of the garrison. Alrighty, so 4 hits. Looking for 3s. Alrighty, all 4 at Rend 2.
Ooh, yikes. Okay, so these will need 5s to save. And I do reroll 1s. Because I do have... oh, okay, totally worth it. What's the damage?
So 2 fails, so that will be 3 damage apiece, but goes down to 2 because of Colsed.
Okay, so that could be a potential of 4 damage. We'll keep that on Lord Croc.
Alrighty.
And we save all of them.
Takes none. Alrighty, and that
Look
is
at that tanky boy!
it. Got nothing else to do, so basically turn 2.
Okay. I do need to take Battle Shock for the Saurus Guard. They lost 4 guys. They are Bravery 8, I believe. So
Yep.
I don't want that 6. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so we get a 6. So we're going to lose 2 more guys. I probably should have command pointed that now that I think about it, but it's okay. I should have remembered. That's my bad. All right, so now we roll off, and I break ties.
3.
5. Thank the Lord. I will take the turn.
Alrighty.
All right, so start of the turn. First thing that happens is we check for Prismatic Palisade, doing debuffs. So it is everyone within, friend or foe, within 6 inches on a 5-up, they get -1 to hit for the entire turn. So it's going to be Lord Croc, and that's it for my army. And for you, it'll be the Mega Boss, Gordrak, and I think that's it. Oh, nope, the Ardboys as well.
Okay.
So, Lord Croc on a 5-up gets -1 to hit. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Okay, these are all gone. So he's at -1 to hit, which I don't know if I have that as a thing. I'll put a little marker over here next to him. Alright. And then for the Mega Boss, 5-up. Okay, so he's at -1 to hit. Gordrak. Nope, he's fine. And the Ardboys. No, they're fine.
Okay.
Alright. Then generating command points. Between Lord Croc and the Starseer, I have on a 4-up, I get more command points. Damn! Okay. So plus the 1 I get at the start of the turn, that has me at 11 command points right now. This is nuts. And then the Skink Star Priest gives me another one on a 5-up. No. Okay. Man, I've never rolled like that for those. That's crazy. Magic. So, to get rid of Prismatic Palisade, I have to dispel it, right? I can't just, like, snap my fingers. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. So let's start with... Oh, for my constellation, Lord Croc... yeah, let's give him Sage's Staff again. So he's +1 to cast. So what do I need to dispel this? On a 5? Okay, that's not hard. Probably will have the Skink Priest do that. And last turn, I totally forgot that my wizards have spells other than what's on their War Scroll. So let me read what... Because I have their spells listed on the army list. So on Croc, right now, we have Mystical Unforging, which could be potentially useful. And then on the Skinks... let's see. We have the Starseer's Tide of Serpents, which is the deal damage to a unit. Well, and the Star Priest has Hand of Glory, which is reroll 1s to hit. Okay. Decisions. Well, okay, let's do the things I don't have to think about. So let's see if Rain comes down on a 6-up. No, so no Steel Rain this turn. Other things I need to do in the hero phase. The Skink Boy with the Serpent Staff is going to give poisonous attacks to the Croxagores again.
Okay.
So they will Mortal Wound on 6s to wound. I guess we're good to go to Magic then. So I'm actually going to start with Lord Croc, I guess. Should I start with the... Actually, I'm going to start with the Skink Star Priest. Okay. So his first spell is going to be trying to get rid of the Prismatic Palisade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gone.
Pretty gone.
Pretty gone. Next thing he's going to try and cast is his unique spell. Which he has a 24-inch range on, So, easily in range, and I'm going to cast it on Gordrak, which, if it goes off, will give him -1 to hit.
Okay.
This goes off on a 7.
We'll try to deny it. Nope.
Alright, so both the Mega Boss and Gordrak are at -1 to hit.
Okay.
Next, I guess we'll do the Starseer next. He's going to try and give +1 save to Lord Croc again. Goes off on an 8, because he gets +1 for Arcane Terrain.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any more unbinds?
Nope.
Okay, so I don't have to worry. Alright, sure. Just... There we go. Alright, Lord Croc. So I've got 4 spells to cast. I'm going to start with Comet's Call. With +3. Yeah, that fails. So that doesn't go off. Next, he's going to cast the basic version of Celestial Deliverance. Goes off on a 10. So that's going to get... so it's D3... let's see, where's this war scroll? So it's D3 units... Oh no, it's just 3 units within 10 inches of him, and on a 2-up, they take D3 mortal wounds. So I'm gonna pick the Mega Boss, Gordrak, and which War Chanta is this?
This is the War Chanter number 1. He is the Killabeat one, so he adds +1 to the hit rolls.
Okay, so yeah, let's target him as well. So starting with Gordrak on a 2-up, goes through for 1 mortal wound. The Mega Boss is wounded, and he takes 2 mortal wounds. And the Chanta
takes 2.
Oh,
no.
Yes, does take 2. Alright, so that's 2 spells down. Let's go ahead and cast another Celestial Deliverance. This one's a little harder to cast, though. Does go off. Same 3 targets, so starting with Gordrak. Nothing happens. The Mega Boss. Wounded. For 1.
Takes.
And the War Chanta. Wounded. For 2.
Takes 2.
Alright, and then for my last spell, what item does the Mega Boss have?
So he has a Rend Ignore, so it can bring it down to a minimum of 0 for Rend, and then, yeah, that's really it.
On a 5-up, I could get rid of that, which would be pretty handy. But I can also deal a lot of mortals. Yeah, I think I'd rather just go for... Well, hold on. What do I need for Celestial Deliverance the 3rd time? Oh, I need a 9. Oof. How greedy am I? I'm pretty greedy, if I'm being honest. So yeah, let's go for the final Celestial Deliverance. I need a 6. And we get it. Nice. Alright, Mega Boss. Does wound him. For 3. Gordrak. It wounds him for 1. And then the War Chanta is wounded for 2.
Alrighty, War Chanta dead.
Alright. Next, I'm going to activate the Realm Shaper engine, and Croc's just going to blow himself up with it. So on a 2-up, I'll deal, I think, D3 mortal wounds to the Mega Boss and Gordrak. But let me double check it, because I have never gotten this thing to go off. Ever. Let's see. Realm Shaper engine. Pick a terrain feature anywhere on the table within... roll an enemy unit for... Okay, yeah, and I think this one's going to give me the best bang for my buck. So, yeah, we'll target the Realm Shaper engine on a... So, it's, roll for each enemy unit. So, I roll for both of them, and on a 2-up, they take D3 mortal wounds. So, I'll start with the Mega Boss. So, he takes mortal wounds. How many? He takes 2 mortal wounds. And then Gordrak is wounded for 1. And we are just nickel and diming him. Alright. I believe that is it for the hero phase. I see. I use my Constellation. I cast 4 spells with Croc. I cast 2 spells with the Bale Wind Vortex. I cast 1 spell with the Starseer. I think that's everything. Yeah. Alright, so we are on to the... Oh, wait, I guess I could... Yeah, Lord Croc is actually going to spend a command point to give the Saurus Scar Veteran fly. Okay. And +1 save against shooting. That way, if he needs to move awkwardly to get around my guys, he can. Alright, the movement phase. Let's start... let's start with this unit of Saurus Guard over here. We're just going to move up within 3 of this Mega Boss.
Okay.
We're going to do our best to go wallop him in the face. While making sure that we don't overmove, which I definitely just did. Okay, and then these guys are going to move up 5. And you guys are going to move up 5 for less than 5. Because we want to save a little bit of room so that our Croc can squeeze through. Alright, there we go. Then the Croc scores are just going to move up like so. Let's move the... Let's move this unit of Saurus Guard back a smidge. Because I am more interested in them providing defense than offense. Here, let's do it like this. That'll work. Alright, next, let's move the Saurus Scarvet. He has a movement of...
10 inches.
10 inches, and we're just going to move outside of 3 of the Ard Boys.
Okay.
Or we'll move there, actually, which is as far as we can move. The Salamander... Let's see, what's the range on his shooting attack? It is... a 12. I guess I'll move this one first. We want to be just in range, no closer. Okay, that's fine. This one... Let's see. If I move 8 inches, that would put me about there. And then from here to here is... Perfect. Okay. So he's going to move 8 inches this way. And then the 2 wizards will stay where they are. The skinks, we want to be just within 16 inches with everybody, but which is perfect. But we're actually going to move back a fair bit because we do not. We want to make it as hard as possible for those guys to get to us. Good. 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 Okay. Alright, that is it for movement. My Streamlabs link is missing. Heresy! 1 second. Give me just a moment, sir.
Alrighty.
That's an important link. That's my money link. How's your day been?
My day?
Yeah, your day.
Oh, it's been okay. Been doing e-learning because of school, you know, coronavirus time. Nothing much, really.
That must be
How about yours?
An interesting thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, it's not really that bad. Homework's now kind of laid back.
All right. Anybody that wants to, feel free to refresh the stream, and you should be able to find the Streamlabs link now for anyone that wants to support the channel, which I super duper appreciate. All right. So shooting, I believe, is next.
Alrighty.
And I have just oodles of command points, so I might as well use them. Let's do. Let's see. Let me go to. I always forget the range on these. Let's see. Volley fire. 12 inches of a hero or 18 inches of the general. Okay, so I'm going to use the 18-inch one from the general to volley fire the Salamander, the Starseer, and the Star Priest. So starting with the Salamander, on a 4-up, I do not spend a command point. Good. The Star Priest, 4-up. Nope, that cost me a command point. And then the Starseer, 4-up, it cost me a command point. Or it doesn't. Okay, cool. So all of those guys are re-rolling ones to hit, and then my... oh, I forgot to move one character. Do you mind if I just...
Yep, go ahead.
I just want to nudge this Assemble It over here so you can potentially get that charge off. Alright, and then the Salamander is just going to get it from my Sunblood, I guess. Yeah, he's within 12, and that's just going to cost me a command point. Alright, so for shooting, let's start with the Salamanders. Starting with the Salamander on the right. He gets 4 attacks with streams of fire, and all of my shooting attacks are going, except for the Skinks, are going to have volley fire, so they reroll 1s to hit. This will need 3s to hit you. Reroll 1s. Everything hits, and then we need 3s to wound. Awesome. So yeah, 3 wounds at -2 rend on the Mega
Alright,
Boss.
so we bring it down to rend 1 because of the Sunblast armor, so on a 4-up. So we take 2d3.
Okay, so yeah. So 2d3. That's going to do 3 wounds.
Alrighty.
Alright, and then the next Salamander is going to fire in, which he should be in range. Yeah. So 4 attacks, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. Wow, that has worked out marvelous. Oh, okay, maybe not. And then 3s to wound. 2 more wounds. 2. Save 1.
Save 1.
Okay, so D3. 2 wounds. 2. We're grinding him down. Alright, the Skink Star Priest is going to fire his Serpent Staff at the, he's going to use the Venom Bolt on the Mega Boss,
Okay.
which, because I don't think I can hit anybody else with it. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Can I see Gordrak? Yeah, I can see him. And he is less than, okay, we'll shoot Gordrak with it. So
Okay.
it's 2 attacks, needing 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Both hit, 3s to wound. Both wound at -1 rend.
Alrighty, we're looking for a 4-up save on Gordrak.
And it's 1 damage. Alright, and then the last thing will be the Starseer, who's going to shoot his staff at the Orcs. They are within 18 inches. He gets 2 attacks, needing 3s and 3s, rerolling 1s to hit. Both hit. Both wound at -1 rend.
Alrighty, they're looking for a 5.
And those are D3 each.
Ooh,
4 damage.
4 damage. Alright, so we'll do 2 first on one of the shields.
Okay.
6s we ignore.
Nice.
Ooh. So he takes
so roll
one
another
so
one
far,
for the
then
shield.
1 more. Alright,
Okay.
so he dies. And then I will take 1 more wound on
Awesome.
one of the other boys.
Nice job negating that wound there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and last is the Skinks with bolt spitters. We're gonna fire at the Ard boys. There's only 10 of us, so we're going to need 5s to hit and 5s to wound with 10 attacks. Yep. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Needing 5s and 5s. We got 3 hits. 2 wounds.
Silent but deadly. Alrighty, so 2, no Ren, we're looking for 4s. Alrighty, give me that precious 6 we're looking for. Nope, we take 1.
Yay!
Shield.
The skinks basically got their points at that point. Alright, that's it for shooting. Yes. So, charge phase.
Okay.
I'm going to start with... let's start with the Croxagors. Oh, and the Skink Starseer is going to use the special bonus on the Scarvet. So he'll roll 3d6 to charge.
Okay.
So starting with the Croxagors, 2d6, we are about 5 inches away. We got a 9, which we will take. Okay, that's not going to be close enough to get us into the... I guess we could pile into the Ironjawz. That would make sense. So let's move them... so he needs to go 4 inches to get out behind these guys, and then 5 inches this way. And just so you know, I do not have a Moonstone Club with these guys.
Okay.
I think it is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Alright, next let's charge the Sunblood. On a 5, I don't think he's going to make that. Nope. Let's go ahead and command point reroll it.
Okay.
And let's see, am I within... Okay, I am within 12 of the general, so I'll use it from him so I don't spend a command point on a 4-up. Nice. So I keep that. Man, that is such a damn good ability.
Yep, Cold Claw is pretty good for that.
A 6. I don't... Yeah, that'll get us in. Just barely.
Just barely.
Alright, then the Saurus Guard. A 7. Okay, that'll get us in, so we're just gonna kinda go into here.
Okay. Pop it into the crack.
Yeah, that way they can get a little closer. Provide additional wounds to Lord Croc if necessary. So we're gonna conga line our way over here a little bit. Alright, then the Carnosaur Lord. He gets 3d6 to charge. And he gets a 10.
Yep, he gets him.
Okay. I kinda wanna go for Gordrek though and just rip him apart. Yeah, we're gonna go over and beat up on him.
Okay.
So we're gonna move 7 here. And then we'll move another 3.
Okay.
If I can get him to behave. Invisible barriers. Oop. Okay.
Tabletop simulators well known for.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Alright. That is it for charges.
Alrighty, so I may be able to... Oh, never mind. They're already engaged. But these boys could. So the Iron Suns have a command ability, so it's called R8 Get 'em. So at the end of your charge phase, I could spend a command point to elect one of them to charge at you.
Oh, go for it.
Which we'll see if we can with the mid-group Ard boys.
I'd be amazed if they didn't, because we are both pretty healthy on command points.
Yep.
I don't think they made that.
So an 11 goes up to a... Alright, so we get +2 from the drummer, and then +1 from our own battle trait.
Okay.
So that would be +3, so that is a 14-inch
14-inch charge. My lord.
We're coming in.
They are hoofing it. They can go anywhere on the planet they would like and then they could go like all the way around the world and then make it back in time for lunch.
Yeah, they're pretty slow in movement, but when they decide to say hi, we're coming into the fight, they want to. That's what they love to do. Alrighty. 14 can basically get there. Let's see. About 10 inch forward and then 3 inches. About right there. Alright then. Other Ed boys. We'll just move in around here.
This will be a fun combat phase.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, and then at the start of the combat phase, we'll do Gordrak's ability. So basically he picks 3 units that are wholly within. Let me check the range on it. Okay, wholly within 24, and I select up to 3 friendly destruction units, so that could be him as well. So it basically adds 1 to the hit rolls for people.
Okay, so that'll for these 2, that'll negate their -1, and it'll give the Art Boys a flat +1.
Yep.
All right, now I have like a billion command points I have to use. So I'm gonna start off with everything coming out of the Scar Veteran. That way we're rolling for him. So he's gonna start by rolling to all-out defense himself on a 4-up. Okay, so it doesn't cost him a command point, and he'll be re-rolling saves of 1. Then he is going to use Saurian Savagery on himself.
Okay.
Doesn't cost him a command point. And that one... So Saurian Savagery is whenever you roll a 6 to hit, you get an extra hit for free. Then he's going to use All-Out Attack on himself, which does cost me a command point, but that lets me reroll 1s to hit in close combat. I don't know if they have one for this. Nope, but I will. And he's got +1 to hit right now because he's Kodo's Claw and he charged. So he's rerolling 1s to hit as well. So let me grab a little marker for that. That'll work. And then I don't think there's anything else he can use on himself. I think everything else comes from my other characters. Okay. So next thing he's going to use is he's going to use all-out defense on the Croxagors to give them reroll 1s to save. Cost me a command point. Then he's going to use all-out attack on the Croxagors. Does not cost me a command point. And that's going to be re-rolling 1s to hit. Then he will use Saurian Savagery on the Saurus Sunblood. Goes off, and it doesn't cost me a command point. So that's going to be this. Oh, wait. Whatever. I used it, but it's not going to do anything. Because I forgot he already has that. I'll use it on the Saurus Guard. Goes off. Doesn't cost a command point. Gonna use all-out attack on the Sunblood. Man, I'm getting super lucky with these rolls.
Yeah, your rolls for
this
everything.
Is insane.
Insane.
All-out defense on the Sunblood. Infinite command points. Just infinite. Same thing on the Saurus Guard, I guess? What the fuck?
Hey, at least you're getting it very good, but when they hit, probably won't do so well.
That's true. The all-out attack on the Temple Guard. Okay, that one cost me a command point. And then he will use all-out defense on Lord Croc. Okay, that cost me a command point. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can pump out of the Saurus Scarvet. I think he is literally capped out abilities.
His voice is basically nowhere now.
Yeah, he's just been like screaming constantly. He's just gonna have a shredded throat after this.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to spend 2 command points from the Sunblood to give the Mega Boss and Gordrak +1 to be wounded.
Okay.
Which I will mark with this nasty looking thing here. Alright, that's everything.
Alrighty.
I'm going to start with the Carnosaur, because I need to try, I really need to kill Gordrak before he can swing back at me.
Yeah.
God's willing. Alright, so he has a Celestite War Spear. Let me double check my army scroll here. Yes, okay.
6 attacks.
How are y'all doing today, chat, by the way? Is everyone doing alright? Okay, so I got 6 attacks. I got off Saurian Savagery. So I double hits on 6s. I got +1 to I get +1 to hit for Kotal's Claw. So I'm hitting on 2s, and I reroll once. And on 6s, they double.
Yep.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
no
2
6s.
1s that we get to reroll. Alright, so 1 miss and no 6s. And then normally I would need 3s to wound, but since of the Sunblood, I need 2s to wound. So
Ooh, 3.
3 wounds, and it's going to be minus nothing.
Minus nothing? Okay. 3 up, Son Gordrak. Saves all 3.
Nice. Alright, next up is my Clawed Forelimbs. I get 2 attacks. These need 3s to hit normally, so they'll need 2s. Both hit, and then they'll need 2s again. 1 wound at -1 rend. Oh, sorry, minus nothing.
Okay, save it down on 3.
Okay, and then my jaws. Hopefully they will carry the weight here. 3 massive jaws, needing...
4 of them, 4 of them, 4 of them. You are close up.
Oh yeah, coalesce. So 4 massive jaws. Normally we need 4s to hit, but that's going to go down to 3s to hit. And you have 9 wounds, so I don't get the additional +1. So these need 3s, rerolling 1s. Alright, and then they're going to need 2s.
Oh boy,
So
here
3
we go.
wounds at -1 rend. And you really don't want to fail these.
Come on, Gordrak, let's do it. Oh, that's perfect. That's great.
Alright, so 1 goes
This one
through,
hit hard.
and that'll do 5 damage.
Alrighty.
Which isn't
Woo!
perfect, but I'll take it. Hopefully we can get him
Oofda.
down as many brackets as possible.
That hit me really hard.
Alright, and that's it. He's out. So it is your turn to swing.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna have the Mega Boss go before he dies, because that's probably a thing that's gonna happen.
No! I'm sure he'll be fine.
So he'll do all of his swings onto the Croc scores, because Croc scores big scary, you know.
They are. They got really buffed in this.
Yeah, they got buffed.
It pisses you off that the Carnosaur's arms don't have rend. Well, they're not really the point of the model's damage.
Yeah.
Like, the limbs are literally just bonus. I will say, it was worse in first edition Seraphon when you had to hit with both clawed limbs in order to get the bonus on the jaws. That sucked.
If chat wants to be angry at a dinosaur, be angry at what GW did to the Troglodon.
The
They made
Troglodon
it
is
really worse.
It is bizarre. It is the most bizarre rule set in the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're hitting on normals.
Yep, normal, so 3s. So we got that many hits. Then on 3s. Alrighty, so 3 at rend 1 onto the Croc scores.
Okay, man, for only having 2 wounds left, that thing still swings like a mother. Alright, so normally they have a 4-up save, so they're down to a 5-up. But we do reroll 1s to save. Nice!
Alright, so that 3, it's 3 damage, but goes down to 2 damage.
Okay, so 1 Croc score will take 2 damage, and we'll do it from this guy who's over here. Actually, that's silly. We should do it from this guy.
The Maw Crusher gets 5 attacks instead of its normal 8. So we are hitting on 3s normally now. 3s. Ooh, only missed 1. Then 3s. Alrighty, so 2 at rend 2 onto the Croc scores.
Okay, so that's going to knock us to a 6-up save. And we fail both.
So 3 damage goes down to 2 damage.
Alright, so that'll kill this Croc score. And then put 2 wounds on this Croc score.
And then it is your go.
Alright, let's swing... Yeah, let's swing the Croc scores next. So,
Okay.
we're gonna put everything into the Mega Boss to just make absolutely sure he dies. I don't even wanna risk him surviving. Because knowing my luck, if I only swing 1 Croxagore at each, he'll somehow survive. Actually, nah, I feel the greed. I'm going to do 1 at each. So we're going to put 1 Croxagore into the Ard Boys and 1 Croxagore into the Mega Boss.
Okay.
So into the Mega Boss. They are not Saurus, so they do not get the Kotal's Claw buff. And there is not a skink within 6 inches, so they do not get their +1 to hit from skinks.
Yep. Said Croc scored 8.
Yeah, actually, in light of that, yeah, we're going to put everything in the Maw Crusher. I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
So, into the Maw Crusher, we've got 8 attacks that need 4s to hit. But we do reroll 1s for all-out attack. Nice. And then we need 2s to wound because of the Sunblood. 6s deal mortals. So that's a mortal wound in addition to a wound at -1 rend. So no rend for you.
So 3 saves or 1?
No, just 1.
Just 1? Okay. Alrighty. 3 up, let's do it. He's fine.
Okay, and then we get our Vice-like Jaws. We're coalesced, so we get an extra 1 per Croxagore. So that's 4 Vice-like Jaws. Needing 4s to hit. We deal mortals on 6s. Oh no! Only 1!
Oh, oh.
That does wound.
Da, 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 da.
Please die! Ah! Alright, so it's your turn.
Alrighty, we'll have the
And that
left
guy's
Gorjek go
tough.
all attacks onto the Scarbed.
Okay,
So he has basically...
so you're +1, -1.
Yep, so we just negate, basically. Alrighty, so we'll do the one that matters, which is going to be... work scrolls on the actual tabletop simulator loading properly. So let's do the book quick here. If I can find them quick here. Where are you? Alrighty, so we have...
What's the biggest danger for my army? For Seraphon, the biggest danger is that you need good dice, because they're very command point dependent now.
Yeah, they are very command point dependent. Alright, so 2s, all of them hit, and then on 4s, it's D3 mortal wounds. Alright, so 3 1s, that's pretty bad. Alright, so 2 D3 mortal wounds. He's taking 3 5 damage from the mortal wounds.
Okay, so he'll just take 5 damage.
Okay. Then we'll do the Cunnin, so this is 5 again, hitting on 2s. All hit. Whoop, not that guy. There we go. Then on 3s. Alrighty, so we have 2 at rend 1.
Oh, one thing I forgot to say during my hero phase is Croc's going to be switching to Apotheosis. He's going to switch his spell. How much damage?
2 at rend 1.
2 at rend 1. So that's going to knock me to a 5-up save. Saved 1.
Okay, so it's 2 damage, but goes down to 1, so just 1.
Okay, so knock me down to 6.
Okay, then his big ol' Maw Crusher. So he's taken more than 10. He's taken 12. So he's getting 6 Mighty Fist and Tail. Hitting on 3s and 3s. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. Not you again. Jesus. There we go. Alright, 2 at Rend 2 onto the dinosaur.
Okay, so that'll knock me to 6s. No.
Alrighty, so that will go down to 3 damage apiece, so 6.
Alright, so he's dead.
Whew,
Man.
just barely.
Really was
Alright,
thought that Scarvet would do more
so
than,
now
like,
what
1
happens
wound.
is, since I killed a unit,
Yeah, you can swing
smashing,
again.
yep, smashing and bashing.
Ugh.
They get pretty bloodthirsty now. Alrighty, I'm just gonna move those buffs right there.
Yeah,
Put
go
those
for it.
around the Crocsagores. Put that there. Alrighty.
My dice this turn are turning on me. I
Coming
have
in
to
angry.
kill these guys. They have to die. Like
Been bullying my poor little Maw Crusher.
I did only 1 wound with 12 Croc score
It's probably
attacks.
smarter I put in
The other thing I would say that Seraphon are really, really bad at, as you can see here, is that Seraphon do not have any rend. Like, it's virtually non-existent outside of the salamanders, which is why people are
they didn't
spamming
fix
them.
anything on their end.
Like-
Except only like a few.
Like, I can't imagine how horrible it's going to be to fight Petrifex unless you're running just pure salamander spam. Which is going to be super toxic, but Games Workshop is basically forcing us to do it if we want to be competitive.
Alrighty, so we are looking for 3s and 3s onto the Croc scores. All swings onto the Croc scores.
Okay.
So we'll roll it right here.
If I can kill both of these guys somehow before the end of this turn,
Alright, so only a couple misses.
then we will
Then
be
on threes?
okay. But I'm going to be really worried if either one of those...
Alrighty, all those at Rend 1. That's 6.
Okay, 6 wounds on the Croc scores at Rend 1. Knocks them to 5s. Rerolling 1s. We save 3 of those.
Just 1 damage piece.
Okay, but now we are wholly within 12, so we do get our 6 up Feel No Pain from the Astrolith Bearer. Alright, so 1 Croc score is going to drop.
And then it is your go.
Alright, let's swing the Saurus Guard next.
Okay.
So we're going to put... So we'll have 1 on the Maw Crusher. Actually, we might be able to get... Okay, so we can get 2 guys on the Maw Crusher. And then... Oh, come on. Oh, no!
Oh.
That invisible barrier is super... Okay, he's like there-ish. Good enough. Alright, and then... Okay, so the Saurus Guard, I'm going to start with the ones attacking the Maw Crusher. So there are going to be 2 of them going into him. They have 2 attacks each, so that's going to be 4 attacks with their halberds. They're going to need 2s to hit since they're charging. They reroll 1s to hit, and on 6s they get multi-hits, which if I could get a single one of those to go off... Ah, it happened! So we reroll 1s. Alright, so we get 1 extra attack. And then we need 2s to wound because of the Sunblood. So that's going to be 4 wounds, and you ignore our rend.
Yep. Alright.
Oh, thank God. Hallelujah. Alright, then...
Big dragon down, big
Gordrak
dragon
gains a
down.
wound, right? Because he ate somebody?
Yep, that's at the end of the end of the
man.
turn.
Okay, so my Sunblood still has a chance to whack him if I'm lucky. Alright.
Yes, if he's within the magical 3.
Let's do... Okay, and then the remaining Source Guard into the Ard Boys, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, plus the unit champ is 11 attacks. So that's 8, 11. So these are going to need 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s and 6s give us bonus attacks, so we get 2 additional attacks. And then we need 3s to wound, because I did not Sunblood them. Very good roll. So that's going to be 11.
All right,
11
I'll
wounds
just
at
roll
minus
those.
1 rent.
Alrighty, looking for 5s on the Art Boys. Save 4 of them.
Okay, so 6 wounds go through.
Okay, let's see here. Got 1 shield there, 1 shield there. Alright, so the first 2 on to the shield. See if he does anything.
Okay.
Okay,
save
ignores
1.
1. Then 1 more time. Okay, so 1 shield dies so far.
Okay.
So that's 3
Okay.
so far. And then you had said 6?
So there, it was a total of... Yes.
6? Okay, so 3 more. I think we'll just take the other 3.
Okay.
1 shield was enough. Alrighty.
Alright, and then the Sunblood should be... See, I'm closest to Gordrak. Don't know if I'm... There you go. Oh, nope, I'm out of 3, though, so I can't pilot to him. Damn, that would have easily whacked him. Alright, so Lord Croc is the only thing left, then. So Lord Croc, he's only get 1 attack, and he'll just swing on Gordrak. He needs 4s to hit. He hits. He needs 3s to wound. Nothing. Alright, and then it is your turn.
Alrighty, so Gordrak heals up to 5. The Ironjawz, the Ardboys, they only lost 2. It's not really going to matter. They didn't lose anyone, really. They lost 1. That won't matter, so...
do the Ardboys need to test even... Because remember, I give -1 for the banners. For Source
-1, so they go on to a 7. So if I roll a 6, it's going to be bad. Oof, so that would be just 1 more of them.
Yay, I'll take it. Alright, the Croxigors lost 2 guys. Let's see. Where's their page? Let's see, they have a bravery of 7, so anything but a 6. They're fine.
Alrighty. On a 4-up, Great Green Visions. Nope, but we do gain 1, though, for the turn. He'll do... We'll do Bastion Lads onto the Ardboys. Does not go off. No group of 10 is nearby him, so he doesn't get to do his little yell. Violent Fury for the War Chanta. It's gonna
it sucks I couldn't get my Sunblood on him. No, so Dread Nautilus, the reason the Sunblood can't pile in is because you have to be within 3 inches of something to be in combat when you select somebody to swing. So since nobody is within 3 inches of the Sunblood, he is essentially out of combat. Even though he charged.
Okay, we'll go straight into the movement. These puppies are going to move up 4. He's going to move 4 plus running.
Man, I can't believe Gordrak with just 4 wounds left still one-shotted my
these guys
Scarvet. That was nuts.
We'll run him for fun.
I assumed he would be weaker since he would be down a bracket, but I was super wrong. Can they run in charge?
No.
Okay.
Did not want to flip it. There we go. Alrighty, the Weird Knob's gonna
the good news is Gordrak is dead my next turn, just from Salamander Fire, but... And... I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Oh boy, I don't even know what I want to do with him. I think he's just gonna sit there and do his normal stuff. Alrighty, so we'll go straight into the shooting. Gordrak, we're gonna spit at the Lord Croc, because I have to.
Okay.
Alrighty, we are looking for our normal 2. Actually, no, not 2s, just 3s. Because we will have the -1 hit. Then 3s. Alright, just 1 at Rend 1 onto Croc.
Okay. So that will knock him to a 3-up save. He's fine.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wait, I lied. Hold on. Let me double check. I think he has a 4-up save, not a 3-up save. Because you did Rend -1. Let's see. Croc. Yes, that does go through. I will try and get it with my 4-up. Nope, so Croc takes a wound.
Okay. We'll go on to the charges. We'll have the Ardboys over here come in.
Yes,
a 10
will.
goes up to a 13. They're coming in angry.
I would say so.
They smell the blood. They're pretty vicious.
How many command points? Okay, I have 2 command points left. I just need to keep the Temple Guard alive until Gordrak is dead. Once Gordrak is dead, Croc will be able to just, like, mop the table.
There we go.
Yeah, I underestimated how strong Gordrak was. I thought since he was only like 4 wounds left, he would be down with some brackets. But I guess looking at his war scroll,
These two can just basically
he barely even has any brackets. Yeah, like the only thing it really affects is the Mighty Fist and Tail, which is not
Let's see here.
that big of a deal for him.
War Chanter really doesn't want to charge as much.
Everything else only affects him.
At the start of
like,
the combat
for moving
phase,
and
we're going to do
charging.
Gortrak's Bellowing Shout to everyone. So that will be +1 hit for Gortrak himself, the Ardboys, and the other Ardboys.
Okay. I need to check. I don't think any of my command abilities carry through, except for the to the end of that phase. Correct. Where is my Sunblood? Okay, so the only thing that's still active right now is the poison on the Croxors, which I'll just remember. Whoops. Alright, for my command points, I want to use all-out defense on Lord Croc. And I'm going to use +1 to wound on the Ironjawz boys.
Okay. Alrighty, we're going to have Gordrak go first, so he's going to do some shifting around here. Let's see here. Watch, see if I can get within 2 inches of the Sunblood here, which we could possibly. So he's gonna shift over.
Yeah, the only problem is Gordrak's so freaking big.
Then he's gonna shift over this way. Inch. Then.
Yeah, you're in 2.
Alright, perfect. Gordrak's gonna do Gordrak stuff. Okay.
Alright.
So Gordrak's gonna do his.
This.
Let's see here. Oh, actually, it's only a 1 inch. Never mind. So he's gonna do all swings into Croc because we kind of have to.
Okay.
So he gets 6 swings now because we killed some
he
last turn. So we're gonna do the one that matters on Croc, which is Cunning, which is the one if you are a wizard. So we are hitting on 2s. Yep, all will go, and then we want special 4s. So 2 4s.
2 4s. Okay.
So 6 mortal wounds incoming.
Okay, I'm gonna put all of those onto the Source Guard.
Okay.
So they will get a 6-up feel no pain from the Ashleth Bearer, and that's it. So you said 6?
Yep.
Or wait, I have to try and put it on them. I need
you have to try.
So on a 2-up, okay, so all but 1 will go on them, and then that 1 will go on Croc. So they need 6s to ignore these. Nope, so I don't think any of them are wounded. No, so 2 of them are going to go down, and 1's going to have a wound left. Let's do from this guy. And then 1 is on Croc, and let me double check. Roll before you allocate a wound. Okay, and then he'll still get his 4-up against the 1, which he fails. So Croc takes another
one.
3
Alright,
left.
then 3 at Rend 1 from the others.
Okay, so I have I'll have a 4-up save, rerolling once. Ooh, I feel 2. What's the damage?
It's 2 damage goes down to 1.
Okay, so
I mean no. Never mind about the 2 damage, just 1, because we don't have Violent Fury going on.
Okay, so it's 1 each.
Yep.
Okay, I'll put those on Croc. He saves 1, so he's got 2 wounds left.
Could we do it? Who knows? Alright, then the next set of attacks, which is Smash. Not Smash. Yeah, Smash. Yep. 2s. Oof. I should have gave him all-out attack, but kind of ripped up the hole. Then 3s. Just 1 at Rend 1.
Okay, so ignore on a 4-up, rerolling 1s. He's fine.
Alright. Then the one that matters all. This is the 6 Mighty Fists and Tail. We are hitting on 3s and 3s.
This thing has so many fucking attacks.
Perfect. 3s. Alright. 4 at Rend 2 onto Croc.
Okay, so I'll need 5s to negate these. And how many?
4.
4. Okay. So I need 5s, rerolling 1s. Ooh, 3 go through.
Alright, so that's 3 damage apiece, goes down to 2 damage apiece.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 damage. I'm going to try and put them all on this Source Guard unit. I need 2s to do that, though. All but 1. So this one goes on Croc, and the rest of these go on this unit, which is not in range, so they're going to take 5. And they do not have a wounded guy, so let's lose you, and put a wound on... Oh, wait, no, not you. You're important. Oh, wait, it's a 3-inch range. Okay, yeah, you can die. And then we'll put one on this guy.
Okay. And then that is all of Gordrax's swings.
And Croc saves the one that was on him.
Okay.
Alright, so my turn to swing?
Yep.
Alright, let's have... Oh my gosh. Okay, so Gordrak's done, so I don't need to worry about him just yet. I guess let's have the Saurus Guard go ahead and swing.
Okay.
Try and kill some more Ironjawz. Actually, what's the range on the Ironjawz?
For their swing?
Yeah.
1 inch.
Wonder if I should swing the Croc Score first. No, let's go ahead and swing the Source Guard. So this guy's gonna move. I guess I'll just move down here. We're gonna move this guy here. This guy to here. This guy to here. This guy to here. These guys are so goofy. Get in there. Oh, it's because of the champion. Let me turn them around.
Polearm, 2 pokey.
There we go. See, this guy is even between these two, so he can't move. This guy is just going to scoot up a bit. Oh my god, this is so annoying. And then this musician will just go right about there. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Saurus Guard going into them, but we don't have any buffs going for us. So that's going to be 15 attacks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, plus 3 more is 15. And we're just going to need flat 3s. But we do need 2s because the Sunblood did debuff them. So we need 3s to hit. But we don't get any rerolls. Ooh, yikes, that was really bad. And then 2s. So that's going to be 6 wounds at -1 rend. Oh, I forgot my bites last turn. Dang it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's on me.
Alright, so we failed 2 of them. No, not 2. 4 of them. So
Okay.
it's 1 damage piece, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
You want to do any shields?
Yeah, we'll try out a shield. See if he does it today. Nope, he dies. So that'll be him and someone else. We'll do... Actually... Where was the bear? Bear was right there. We'll do the drummer.
Yeah,
Drummer
dang. I
doesn't
missed
really
out on a
matter.
lot of free attacks. Alright, and then... That was silly of me to forget. And then I get 14 bites. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. These will need 5s to hit. So 3 hits. No, 4 hits. And then we need 3s to wound because of the Sunblood. 3 wounds, no rent.
Alright, 3 runes. We'll make it easier. Save all 3.
Nice. Alright, your turn to swing.
Alrighty, we'll have this group go before anyone loses. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So that will be a lot of swings. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the boss gets an extra 2, so that's 9. These will be hitting on 3s and 3s. That wasn't that bad. And then
Pretty
3s.
decent, yeah. Ooh, that was
Not bad
very
at all.
good.
All at Rend 1.
Okay, I'm just going to be lazy and roll these. So that's going to knock me to a 5. Not a super great roll. So that's going to be 5 saves. We are wholly within 12, though, so we do get a 6-up, feel no pain. We save another 2. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6. So 3 Source Guard go down. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then this guy right here is going to have, or no, this musician here is going to have 1 wound on him.
And then it is your go to swing.
Okay, let's swing the Croc score next. He's going to pile into, we're going to get just within an inch of this guy. That way I can still bite. Alright, so he gets 4 attacks. He will need 4s to hit, because there's no skinks nearby. I'll hit, and then he needs 2s to wound. 6s do mortals. So that's a mortal wound, and in addition to 4 wounds at -1.
Okay. Save 1.
Okay, so those are going to do those do 2 each.
Alright, 2 each, so that'll be...
So it's going to be a total of 7.
7? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then half.
And then his Vice-like Jaws, both miss.
Alrighty.
Your turn to swing.
Alright, both the yard boys. So this one is basically going to have to come in around here. Alrighty, so 2 swings, all going into the Source Guard.
Okay.
Looking for 3s and 3s. Ooh, that was pretty bad. Just 1 at Rend 1 onto the guard.
Okay, we need a 5-up. Nope. So
This one.
This guy dies. Alright, Sunblood.
Hooray.
Gonna try and be my hero. I need a hero. Alright, he's gonna come in here swinging 6 attacks. He does have the Eviscerating Blade, so if he gets any 6s to hit, it'll deal 2 mortals.
Ooh, 2 mortal wounds.
But he does not have any bonuses going, so he's just gonna need flat 3s and 3s. Yeah! 4 mortal wounds!
Down to 1.
And those also give me an additional tech each, but the 2s miss. For Primal Rage. And then I will need 3s to wound. 3 6s, that's 3 more mortal wounds. So Gordrak is dead. Yeah, go discount Gorok!
Alrighty. Battle Shock time.
No, I still gotta swing with my Source Guard over here.
Oh, yep.
Alright, and I also have to swing with Croc. So actually, let's do Croc first. Croc gonna shoot lasers from the temple. There are 3 orcs in range.
Okay.
So I get 3 attacks, needing 3s to hit. All but 1, and then 3s to wound. 1 wound at -1 rend.
Alrighty. Did not save, just 1.
Yeah.
We'll put it on a shield. Nope, he takes 1.
Okay, and then the Source Guard, there are 4 of them left, so they'll get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 attacks with the champion. They need 3s to hit. Very nice. 3s to wound. Not so nice. So that's going to be 5 wounds at -1 rend.
Save 2 of them. Do 1 on the shield. See if he does it. No, so that'll be 3. So
Okay.
Shield and back away.
And then they will get 8 bites. Three hit. 1 wound. No rent.
Save it.
Okay. See if I've got any other characters in range. That's a no. That's a yes. So the Skink Starseer is going to get mixed up in there, because why not? Might as well go all in. He's got 2-inch range, so he's not going to move. He's just going to sit back and pew-pew. Okay. He's got 2 attacks, needing 4s to hit. He hits with 1, and then he needs, I think, 3s to wound. Definitely on a 1. So now we're done.
Alright. So these guys are going to basically run. So now I'm going to spend a command point on a 4-up, a brand spanking new unit of 10 comes.
Okay. Ah! Yep. Okay, so those guys are gone, but you got a replacement unit.
Yep, replacement unit. So I'm actually going to copy and paste these.
This unit of Saurus Guard will only fail on a 6. They're fine. And this unit of Saurus Guard will fail if they get... Let's see, they lost 5 guys, so if they get higher than a 3... Okay, they're fine. So both units of Saurus Guard are not running.
Okay.
And then you need to test for that other Ironjawz unit, maybe? And then you're good to go. Because what, there were 10 of them originally, so they lost 3 guys? Hopefully, if he doesn't...
How many to lose again? I lost 3, yep. So, just don't roll a high number is what I'm asking for of them. Yep, yeah, they're fine out of 3.
Alright, is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fabled die roll for initiative. 2.
Don't be a 1, don't be a 1. No!
Oh, I have to take the turn, I have to. I have to. That is very fucking important.
Yeah.
Oh,
this could very easily be game.
It actually will be. Because, so these guys get a +3 inch to their charge, they go 4 inches. And it's 10 swings from them onto those 4 salamanders. And you're a base of a 4 save, if I remember right.
Yeah, the only way I'll survive this is if the salamander gets lucky. Like, he has to dodge attacks,
salamander
and
gets
then he also...
very lucky.
He needs to dodge attacks, and he has to crunch some orcs.
Yeah. Alright, so this
spawning a unit in is going to cost me the game.
Furies, so that's just going to stay there.
I needed to avoid that double turn. That's literally going to be game.
Ooh.
I hate this objective so much.
He's going to do...
Because this one is...
Bash some lads onto this group over here. Nope. The spells have not been working at all the whole game. It's kind of sad.
He might goof. Right. We'll see.
Movement time. These guys moving 4 inches.
There's a chance he might make a mistake, but it's not a very high chance. We'll just see what happens.
Right, this is the gonna beat, so he's the one that matters. He's gonna run. He goes just a 1. So he's gonna go 5. Do you want to measure outside of 3 for me?
Sure.
Actually, should be fine.
Yeah, you're more than fine.
Yep. Alrighty then, these boys. Ooh, wag. Alrighty. So shooting, we got no shooting, but
if
at
you could just roll a double 1, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Alrighty, so the get 'em beat. Alrighty. Hopefully with a 12, which probably may or may not. Yep. On a 4-up, they do a 3d6 charge. Nope. Alrighty, charge time. There. No. There we go. Alrighty, the one that matters most, these boys, they're getting +3 to their charge.
Okay.
We're looking for a 5. Oh yeah, that is a 6 goes up to a 9. They're coming in.
Oh no!
Wow, we're coming in.
Actually, I think we're gonna be okay. Oh yeah, take and hold has some really
our
specific
most precious leader, the
conditions.
one who speaks to Gorga Morga.
Yeah, his problem is he doesn't control his objective. Real quick, just because you might want to change your movement. So for take and hold, you need to have a unit of 5 or more within 6 inches of an objective to claim it. This objective back here is not owned by anybody right now.
Okay.
And you need both. So if you want to run your other unit backwards to go try and take that.
Yeah, definitely. 3. So they go 7 inches. Whew. Cruise.
I don't know if either of us are going to have enough models left on the table to get a victory the way things are going.
Basically swinging at each other like crazy.
Yeah. Ugh, thank God. Thankfully, he doesn't control his... Because the unit that would have controlled the objective
so
was this
the one that matters
died.
of them all, the War Chanta, I don't really think he's going to charge at all. Yeah, he's not going to charge. So we are going to have the Ard Boys here go first because they kind of matter.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably lose control of this objective, but I'll be able to take it back super easy next turn. And Lord Croc should be able to wipe the table, pretty much, my next hero phase. This is going to be a close game.
Alrighty, all 10 of them, so it's one,
these skinks might actually play a much bigger role than
7,
I initially
8,
planned.
9, and then 4 more dice.
So many attacks, oh my gosh.
Yep.
In 3s and 3s?
Yep, 3s and 3s. There's 2s there. Alright, all those at round 1.
Super great. Alright, so he's got a 5-up save. Yeah, no, he's dead.
Yeah, they're gone. They've been skadooshed.
Okay, well, at least I could get to swing my Saurus Guard over here. So we will swing the Saurus Guard.
Oh, actually, since I killed them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you get to swing. Fuck, I hate that rule. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ard Boys. So whatever. Almost forgot. That would have been slightly important. So that's 1, 2, 3,
I actually
4,
don't want to kill
5,
this unit
6,
if I can
7
avoid it.
plus 1 more.
Because if I kill that
Plus.
unit, he could summon them on top of his
3s
own
and 3s.
objective, which would be bad. What I need to do is snipe both of these characters out of the way, and then have my skinks run in to take his objective.
Alrighty, that many at round 1.
Okay.
3,
that
6, 8.
That many at Ren 1, okay. We save 2 naturally, and then we get a 6-up Feel No Pain. No, so that's going to be 3 dead Saurus. So this guy, we'll just leave the unit champion.
Okay.
Alright, that it from them?
Yep.
Okay, the unit champion will swing back. He's got 3 attacks. Hits with 2. Wounds with 2 at -1.
Okay, 2.
Yep.
Alrighty, grab these dice. Saved one of them. So do we have a shield? No. So just 1 damage.
Okay, and then his bites.
No.
1. No, they both miss.
Okay.
Lord Croc. He's within range of 2 orcs, so he gets 2 attacks. Nope. And then the Starseer is still within 3, so he's going to pile in. So that he's 2 inches away. And he has 2 attacks, needing 4s. And then 3s. 1 wound at, I think, -1.
Okay, 1 wound at -1. We didn't save it, though, if it has the -1.
Okay, yeah, I'll just double check it. Starseer, yeah, okay, so you saved it. Alright.
Alright.
Okay, so that's the end of that turn. I lost 3 Saurus Guard here. They're still okay. And you control my objective, but you don't control this objective yet. If you get cumulative 5 models from any source, so if I kill a unit and you spawn back there, or you get that unit back there, then you win the game instantly. Alright. So much death. My turn 3. First things first, generating command points. Croc and the Starseer generate on 4-ups. I have yet to fail a single one of those. That is nuts. I promise I'm not cheating somehow. And plus another one. Awesome. So that puts us at 6 command points. For the hero phase, Lord Croc is going to go for a apotheosis on himself. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. He's fine. I don't think anybody's a big threat to him at this point. Let's do the first Celestial Deliverance. Goes off on... I'm going to be using... this time, I'm going to be using the +1 to run and charge.
Okay.
So Croc's only at +2 to cast.
Okay.
So that goes off on a 10.
On a 10, we'll let you do it.
Okay, so I can pick 3 units within... see, normally it is... Where is it? There we go. Normally it's 10 inches, but I've got an Astroth Bearer, so it's actually 16. Okay, so I'm going to target both characters and the big Ardboy unit on my objective. So starting with the Weird Knob Shaman, 2 up. Hits him. Does 3 mortal wounds. The War Chanta hits him. 3 mortal wounds. Ardboys hits him. 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Next, he's going to go for... Let's go for Comet's Call. Does not go off. Then we'll go for... I guess another Celestial Deliverance. Goes off on a 10.
Okay, this is the Celestial Deliverance.
Yeah, so this is the
Right.
pick 3 units thing.
Nope, you
Almost.
get to do it. Almost there.
Starting with the Weird Knob Shaman. Hits him. He's gone. The War Chanta hits him. 1 mortal wound. And the Ardboys down here hits him. 1 mortal wound. And then for his last spell... let's see, what exactly does Apotheosis do again? I think it's heal 1 unless you get like a 10 or higher. Celestial Apotheosis. Pick a friendly unit with an 18, heal 1, and subtract 1 bravery from nearby enemies. If you get a 10 or higher, heal D3 wounds. Now I'm gonna go for gold with a super big Celestial Deliver. Do I want a Palisade? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and go for last Deliverance, but I need a pretty high roll. That's not it. Alright, so Croc's done. Except for, I guess I do need to activate the Realmscape engine. I'm gonna hit this piece of terrain.
Okay.
Oh, roll 4 dice for your War Chanta. He's next to... He's within an inch of mystical terrain.
Oh, okay.
So he does get a
4
6 up. Feel no pain. On those 4 mortals. Save 1.
He ignores 1 of them, so he's back up to 3.
Alright, so I'm going to hit this piece of terrain. On a 2 up, I hit the War Chanta. Okay, and does how much damage? Does 2 mortal wounds to the War Chanta, but he gets a 6 up. Okay,
Nope,
so he's
takes
got
2.
1 wound left. And then the Ardboys, 2 up. It goes through. It does 3 mortal wounds, but they'll get a 6 up, feel no pain for the mystical terrain. Okay.
Take 2.
1 guy goes down. The Skink Star Priest. I've got 2 spells with him. For his first spell, let's go -1 to hit on this big unit of Ardboys.
Okay.
Goes off on a 9, so they're going to be -1 to hit. And then for his second spell, he's going to try and Arcane Bolt the War Chanter.
Okay.
Goes off on a 7, so he takes a mortal wound.
Okay.
And he should have 1 left, right?
Yep.
You still got a 6 up.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Nope, he's dead.
Gosh. And then the Starseer, I'm going to use -1. I'm going to use his spell to give -1 save. Let me check the range on it, actually. I don't know if I'm in range of this. Starseer. 18 inches. Is it wholly or just partially? Just partially. Nope, they're out. So let's give that's going to make things a little weird. He will give... See, he also has Hand of Glory. I will Hand of Glory the... No, I feel like this is kind of a waste. Well, this is a fine pickle. Okay, let's give save of these Ardboys over here on the left.
Okay.
No, didn't matter anyway. Alright, Is that everything in the hero phase? Yes. So movement phase. Let's do the Croc first. Has a movement of 8, and he's gonna run. For a 4, so that's 12. He's gonna run 12 this way.
Oh shit, that's actually interesting.
This is a very tricky situation, actually. There's a lot going on here.
Do you want to correct me if I'm wrong on something?
Sure.
So at the start of the game, did I have any models within 6 inches of that objective?
Presumably, yeah.
Because I'm just reading the objectives here. I'm just very curious. And it says I have control of it until the enemy is able to control it. It's a funky thing here. It's on page 12 of the gaming book. Because it says, at the end of each player's turns, you must check to see if either player has gained control of any objectives. To do so, you and your opponent must count up the number of models you have within 6 inches of the center of each objective. You gain control of an objective where your count is higher than your opponent's count. Once you gain control of an objective, it remains under your control until the enemy is to gain control of it.
Let's see.
Because I just want to double check.
Oh, that's actually a really good question.
Because that may or may not.
Yeah, because by... Yeah, because by that, you would have essentially had the win then, because there would have been no way for you to take it in time. Model can only be counted towards objective 1. Okay. Yeah, I guess we would just... I mean, the wording seems pretty clear on that, unless it's different in the actual battle plan.
Let's see. We're on... What was the mission again?
All right. Oh, wait. Glorious victory. Wait, never mind. That's different. Let's see. In this battle, a player only controls an objective if they have 5 or more friendly models within 6 inches of the center of the objective. In addition to needing to have more models within 6 inches. Yeah, I guess. Huh. I always thought the unit had to be alive, but I guess I mean, by that wording, it doesn't seem to insinuate that the unit that captured the objective needs to stay alive.
Yeah, it's a really weird wording here.
Because that's actually really. Because
I wanted to check on that, because in my community over in Minnesota, we play it as long as you have control of it beforehand, you're basically gold. Yeah, that's probably a mistake then that I think my community makes, because usually my community plays that if the surviving unit dies, but I think that's just because everyone was thinking like just what made sense in their head as opposed to actually reading it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we would. I mean, it seems pretty plainly written as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
You want to play it out just for the hell of it?
Yeah, let's just play it out for the hell of it.
All right, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that seems.
I realized that.
That's actually really interesting. Because I know there are some that like you deliberately have to babysit.
Yeah, because there's some battle plans like it's I think relocation orb. Yeah, relocation orb is one of them. There's a few more that actually want you to stay and babysit, like you said. Yeah,
and there are a bunch of others where you have to do some other shenanigans. But yeah, I mean the wording seems really, really clear to me. If it leaves, see that's the question, Adam. Is that by that wording though, you don't have to stay within 6 inches of the objective. By that wording, once you own an objective, it's presumed that you own it until the opponent takes it back or takes it away from you. So by that wording, like he wouldn't have to do anything. Like even though the unit that was babysitting it died, he would still be presumed to be in control of it. But we're gonna play it out. But yeah, so it would technically be an Ironjawz win by that. Which
just barely because he kicked my ass.
Yeah, and it was literally like a great it wormed out well for him at the end. If he hadn't gotten that 4-up to summon a unit on, then there'd be no hope. But that's what makes is that an Iron Sun's rule?
For the bringing back guys?
Yeah.
So it's the battalion. As long as I had the get 'em beat guy on a 4-up, a brand spanking new unit of 10 comes up.
That's a really powerful rule.
Yeah, it's
especially
really
for how good those units are. But we're gonna play it out anyway.
Yep.
So okay, so we moved the Croxagore. So then we're gonna move the Saurus Guard 5 while staying outside of 3. If you would give me a 3-inch bubble there.
Yep, certainly. If we can find this base, there we go.
Okay, so I've got about another ½ inch on these guys that are further back.
And the debuff on them is a -1 to hit, correct?
Yes.
All right, putting that down so we remember.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to pass along to. I know some of the players that play. Maybe some of them know it right, but that has definitely been misplayed in my local community. Then the Sunblood, let's move him 5 this way. And then the Skinks are going to run a 3, so they have an 11-inch move, and they're just gonna... We're just gonna shoot right through here.
Cruising like mamma jammas.
The Salamander is gonna move 8 inches over here, just outside of 3. And the Starseer is going to... He'll just hang out, whatever. Screw it.
Yeah.
Astrolith Bearer, we're going to move 5 this way. And that would be it for movement. So... Shooting.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Adam. That's kind of what makes it confusing, and that's kind of why we're talking about it. And it doesn't help that Games Workshop always gives super vague wording on a lot of things, not on purpose, but you know, when it says in this battle a player only controls an objective if they have 5 or more models within 6 inches. The problem is, you're right. You could argue that means you have to be within 6 inches with 5 or more models, or else you don't have control of it at all times. Or it could mean, like, the wording's weird. It could mean either way.
Yeah, the wording's
because it's like okay, you have to have 5 or more friendly models within 6 inches to control it, but it doesn't necessarily say to maintain. Do you understand? Like, you could argue it either way, which is why we're playing it out, because it doesn't really matter. But like, if you were at a tournament, that would be a question for the organizer at that point, because the wording is funky on that. Because I could see it in English, you can mean that either way, because the rules say once you control an objective, you control that objective until your opponent does. But then the scenario rules say you control this. To me, that seems more likely to mean you cannot control this objective unless you get 5 or more models on it. Then you control it and follow the normal rules for control. I don't think it's saying you need to always have 5 or more models within range, or else you no longer have control. But it could mean that. I don't know. I'd have to look into the FAQ. But I highly doubt they've FAQ'd that specific wording.
Yeah.
Anyway, Salamander is going to shoot at the Ironjawz. So, and I've got so many command points, so we're going to give him reroll 1s to hit on volley fire. We need 3s to hit. Reroll 1s.
That 6 is pretty good.
Yeet. Okay, so this is just D3 mortal wounds flat.
Yep.
So 1 mortal wound, and then just 1 hit. And that's it. Not the best. The Skink Starseer is going to shoot the Ard boys over on the left. He needs 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that's 2 wounds at -1 save.
Alrighty.
And Adam, you could be absolutely right. I honestly have no idea.
Got it.
Okay,
Failed both of them.
so those are D3 each. 4. Nice job.
4. Alright.
Not on this unit. It's over on these boys.
Oh, on those boys? Alright, so 4. So
Because he has to shoot them because he's in close combat with them.
Yep.
Alright, and then the Star Priest is going to zap the unit on the objective. Both hits. Yeah, but watch him just... Okay, so 1 actually does wound. At... I believe it's -1 Ren, but it's only 1 damage.
Yep. Alright, I failed it. We'll take the tremor. The tremor does not matter, really.
Okay. That is it for shooting, because the skinks ran. So, charge phase. I'm actually going to start with the Sunblood. He is 10 inches away. Because I really want him in there mashing stuff up. We'll command point reroll that. Oh, I'm going to give him the roll 3d6 to charge. So, hold up. Don't have to command point that just yet, because I get 1 more die. Yeah!
Yep, just barely.
Just barely. Get in there, you sassafras. Alright. So he's gonna run in. Saurus Guard.
I really need to email this moderator. Not modder.
That is because some scenarios don't... yeah, Adam, I promise you I will email Warhammer Community, because that could come up in a tournament, and that would be, especially for this scenario, because there's so few objectives, and it's just a flat-out you win on turn 3. That's a really good question. So I'll email the Warhammer Community page, because they're actually usually pretty good about that.
Yeah, there's some missions like Places of Arcane Power and Relocation Orb that specify heroes or battle line, and if you move away from the certain distance it wants, so like Arcane Power, it wants 3 inches within the center. If you move away, then of course you lose control of it, because it specifies that you want to sit there.
Yeah, but I will definitely email them. I appreciate y'all bringing up your concerns, but remember, this is a friendly match, so it doesn't really matter. Right now, we're not playing for tourney points.
Playing for the hell of it.
And then let's go ahead and throw the Salamander in there, because these things are actually kind of scary on Coalesced. Actually, let's move him in a little further, because I'm going to have to swing that boy first, and I bet he's going to kill a couple guys.
Yeah, with the Ren 2 and D3 damage, it's much better than the original.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with the Salamanders. Like, you compare them to the Razordon, which is supposed to be their equivalent, and if you're playing Coalesced, it's not even close. Because the Razordon doesn't even have jaw attacks.
It doesn't have a jaw attack.
It has tail, so it's like...
tail.
It's already worse if you're playing Starborn. It's a little bit worse. But then it's way worse if you're playing Coalesced. Not balanced.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it for that. Let's go to combat, and I'm just going to go ahead. The Sunblood is going to use his command trait.
Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, yeah, nope, never mind. I don't get to spend the command ability because he killed all my heroes.
Yeah. And you're not... I hate Ossiarchs. Any opportunity I have to talk shit about Ossiarchs, I'm going to take it. Saurus Sunblood, let's give these Ard boys +1 to be wounded.
Okay.
And then he's going to give himself, for another command point, reroll 1s to hit. And then he's going to give the Saurus Guard reroll 1s to hit. And I'll stop there.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll start with the Sunblood. 6 attacks. He needs 2s to hit because he charged. No 6s. Spoke too soon. So that's 2 mortal wounds. And he gets a bonus hit. I love that weapon. Eviscerating Blade is so strong. And then he'll need 2s to wound. So that's a 6. So that deals a mortal wound in addition to the damage. And so all of those wound at minus something. I think 1.
Alright, if it's 1, then it's 2 saves.
Alright, let's see here. Sunblood, it is -1.
Alright, so we take 6 damage. We have a shield, so we'll do 2 on the shield, so it's 6. Hopefully we get some 6s. Nope, so we're taking 6.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, and then his Fearsome Jaws. So he gets 2 attacks, needing 4s to hit. Gets to reroll 1s. And then he needs 2s to wound. So 2 wounds at no rent.
Oof.
Hey!
2 more damage. Yikes.
Tore somebody's throat out. Nice job. Yeah, I'll have to email them because that's literally like super niche. Like that's something nobody would think about because it almost never comes up. All right, it is your turn to swing wherever you would like.
Alrighty, we'll have these guys go before they're kind of slaughtered. So we'll do all 3 swings onto the source guard.
Okay, they are at -1 to hit.
Alrighty.
I will say though, this game did thoroughly prove my theory that if you do get Lord Croc inside the Realm Shaper engine, he's basically invulnerable. If you have enough Source Guard around him, at least.
Alright, so 3 at rend 1.
Okay, so we're gonna need 5s. Woo! Look at them dice. All right, I'm gonna swing my Source Guard over here, the champion.
The one last
yeah,
one.
the one last brave samurai, as Turn would say it. 1. -1 rend.
Alrighty, they take 1 and kill me.
Okay, my jaws. Oh, I hit with both. One with 1. Yeah, we got one.
Alrighty, then their swing pretty ornery. Like, what you do to him? Alrighty, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yep. 3s. All of them hit. That's pretty nice. 3s. Alrighty. 5 at rend 1 onto that poor guard.
Oh my lord, it'll take a Christmas miracle. 5s. Not quite. And then
quite.
6s. Need to make 3 of these.
Oh, he's dead.
Down goes the last guard of the super unit. Let's do Lord Croc next. He's gonna try and zap some orcs. So we get 2 zaps. 3s. 1 at -1 rend.
Alright.
1 wound.
Didn't save. 1 wound.
And I think you actually moved out of... Oh, no, he's still in range. Okay, so we're going to pile in an inch.
Pop up.
And go for a zap. We need 4s to hit. 3s to wound. Nothing. Alright, over here again. The Salamander gets 4 jaws?
Yes. 3 attacks normally goes up to 4 from Cole said.
Okay. No rerolls. Okay, they're probably dead.
That's
so
2d3.
So those are 2d3 mortals. 4 mortals.
4 damage. Yikes, that's 2 of them.
Yeah, and then 1 wound at -2 rend.
Alrighty, 6 of save. Can we do it? No, just barely.
And he is lunch.
Yeah, he's lunch.
And no more resurrections because that. So can you do that multiple times to the same unit if the War Chant is alive?
Yes, because they technically are included back into the battalion.
Oh, that is so gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I like that though. This is the first army I've seen that isn't. We have an Ironjawz player at my group who's like Ironjawz, not Big Wall, but he only runs pigs, just endless pigs.
Just Gorgruntas?
Yes, like every time he plays, all he runs is pure Gorgonchas and then like a Maw Crusher and then like 2 Chantas. And it's the same fucking build every time. And all he does is he charges like 45 inches turn 1 every game.
Yeah, because of Gorefist, because he moves d6 from it.
Yeah, and it's
then
the most obnoxious thing in the universe. All right, there's no battle shock anywhere. So
well, there is for my orcs here. They have a chance. Just don't need to roll high. 4 plus 3.
they only lost 1 guy, right?
They lost 3 because there was 2 originally.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
But
All
on
right.
4, they're fine.
So that's the end of turn 3. I take back the bottom objective. So we are on to turn 4. You win ties.
3.
3.
3. All right, we'll take it. We got really nothing because they're already engaged with him. These guys are gonna move up 4.
I would like to switch to Sotek's Fang.
Alrighty, so those guys are gonna charge in. Alright, a 7 goes up to a 9. They're coming in like friggin' crazy trucks. Just a teensy bit back for him. Somewhere there, line of figures got. Alrighty, so 9 swings. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more for the boss. 3s. That was really good.
We have a 1 or 2
misses.
I've seen. I have 1 range. Okay.
Alright, 5 misses. Then 3s.
Those are probably some dead skinks.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at run 1 onto them. And you're the bolt spitters and celestite daggers?
Nah.
Bolts and shields?
Yeah, I could not care less about the daggers. Or sorry, could not care less about the clubs. So
basically a 6-up save. Because you go down to a 5 and then Ren brings it back up to a 6.
Right. Okay. So yes, 6-up save.
Yeah, that's almost
2,
dead.
4, yeah. Well, even if they weren't, their bravery would definitely get them. Like 2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 9. Well, we'll at least get to swing back with the guy. I guess we'll leave the unit champ.
They get to have the dignity to say they lived. Ish.
All right, so he gets 2 attacks, and he needs 5s and 5s. Yep.
Oh, he's got 1.
No.
No.
All right, and then
These boys.
yeah, they can
coming
pile in
angry.
swing.
Ticked off.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I should have swung with him first. I'm stupid. All right, go
They're
ahead.
probably not going to do much to him. Alright. 3s. Oh yeah, only 1 miss. 3s. 2 misses. Alright. 5 at run 1.
Okay, so he goes up to a 6-up.
Woo.
And unless I'm in range of my Astral Bear, he is super dead. Nope, he's out, so he's dead.
Yeah, that's...
He got squished.
How many wounds does he have?
He only has 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have swung with him first.
Just barely.
I probably should have swung with him first. Might have killed an boy. All right. So that's in the combat. I'm not gonna waste a command point on him. He's just dead.
Yeah. Poor skink.
All right, and that is into my turn 4.
Yep.
So now Lord Croc only gets to roll 3 dice for command points. And refuses to fail under any circumstance. Star Priest. Nope. But I do get a free one. Alright, so the hero phase. Oodles of magic. And nobody can
oodles.
stop me.
Yep.
First, I'm actually going to smack this arcane terrain with my Realm Shaper engine. So on a 2-up, I get these Art Boys. I get them.
Oh boy.
How much damage? 1. So we
1.
kill 1.
Yep.
And then for magic, let's start with Comet, and then we're going to be going the +1 to
Sage's staff?
no, we're going to go +1 to run and +1 to charge. So this is for Comet.
Yep.
So that is a 10. So he gets D6 units, but I just need to roll
Just
anything
don't roll
higher
it.
than a 1. Okay.
Yep.
So starting with the Ard Boys on the left. They take 1 mortal wound. Other unit takes 2, but they do get a 6-up save for the mystical terrain.
Yep.
Foul, thanks so
Can I
much for
do
the super chat, my dude.
Ah, darn. 1 dice.
Alright.
Or 1.5.
Then he's going to Celestial Deliverance. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with the Art Boys. Yep. Another one.
Just one more.
It's gonna nickel and dime them down. Yep, on them. 2.
2 more.
You do get your Mystic Terrain.
Oh, yep. 2 more, so 6s. Ooh, just him. Alright, perfect.
Okay. And then he'll cast it again. Does not go off. And then he'll cast it a 3rd time. That's a 9, so it does go off.
Yep.
So Art Boys on my left. They're fine.
Ooh.
Art Boys on my right. Not so fine. They take 2 wounds, and you do not get your 6 up anymore because you moved that guy out. The Skink Star Priest is going to cast Arcane Bolt at that Art Boy there. No! He survives.
Fail.
And then he'll go for Prismatic Palisade.
Yeah, that's definitely coming on.
You stay over there.
Wow.
You don't get
Just grounding him.
You don't get to come over. Then for movement, is everything in the hero face? Yeah. Movement. We're gonna move the Saurus Guard just outside of 5 of this group.
5. Are you sure you want to stay outside?
Sorry, outside of 3. Read my mind. My good mind, not my dumb mind. Okay, the Sunblood. Okay, I can move the Sunblood away. So he's gonna move 5. But I'm gonna move the Astrolith Bearer. The Astrolith Bearer is gonna run. So he'll get a 6 total, and he's just gonna move over here so that there's 5 people capping this. Salamander's gonna move so he's within range to shoot. Yep. Alright.
And Salamander's gonna
And
have a field day.
Croc's is just gonna stand on that. And shooting. Gonna use a command point from the Astrolith Bearer to have the Salamander reroll to hit.
Okay.
Volley fire! Reroll the ones. Nope. 1. -2 rend.
Wow.
Ah!
Oh, he saved it.
Useless salamanders. This skink. Oh, I was about to shoot that Art Boy and then I remembered I can't technically see him. They're out of range.
Well, you are technically flying, so you can't see over it. Because of the Balewind.
Do you count as flying on Balewind?
I think you do, if I remember right. It's either that one or it was some other one I was thinking. Balewind.
Also, Prismatic does not let you see over it even if you can fly. It's a pure blocker.
Okay. Oh, is it pure? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like all the
That
other.
I did not know.
It's not like all the other lame ass ones apparently. All right, let's just skip straight to the charge phase then. Starting with the Sunblood. He will
Just
use a
reroll
command
it.
point to
Come on.
reroll that.
Alright, he's looking for... Ooh, he's going to be looking for a 9.
A 9? Yeah, no, that's not happening. All right,
Just
the
plus-
Saurus Guard. Yeah, even with the +1, he's out.
They still get in, though. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is technically in.
They're in, but slowly. Because they're cold-blooded reflexes.
I still don't understand how when Total War 1 came out, they were like, cold-blooded means you regenerate. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
When has that ever meant that, Creative Assembly? Ever. They had some wild
I mean, it was
ideas.
a pretty good ability.
It was, but it didn't make any sense. It was so weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the revivification engine was enough of a stretch, but, like,
Yeah.
the actual cold-blooded being like, oh, they're regrowing their limbs. So it's like, I'm sorry, what? I understand where you're pulling this from, but...
They should have called it as rejuvenation.
Yeah, it was just goofy. Okay, I guess that's everything. So, combat, Source Guard, the Source Sunblood is going to give them... See, are they wholly within 12? Yes. He's gonna tick your guys for +1 to be wounded, and he's gonna tick the Saurus Guard for... I might as well use 2 command points. He'll give them reroll 1s to hit and reroll 1s to save.
Okay.
Alright, and then they pile in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. It's 15 attacks. Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15. And they will need 2s to hit since they charged, rerolling 1s. I've been forgetting to Serpent Staff people, but it's fine. Everyone interesting is out of range. Then they need 2s to wound. Not bad. So that many wounds. -1.
Alrighty, let's see if we can save any of them.
Yes, quite a few of them, actually.
Oh yeah, quite a few of them. They're being pretty good for
About
orcs.
half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go through.
We do have a shield, so 2 dice.
Okay.
Double sixes, double sixes, double sixes.
No, denied.
So 6 damage. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then we get 14 bites.
Actually, I want the banner.
2, 4,
Take him out.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Alright, these need 4s to hit. But I also reroll 1s. Even though I wish I could reroll 2s instead. Ah, nice.
Hey, at least he got 2 more hits.
Okay, and then these will need 3s to wound. Okay. Okay. And you save all but 1, of course. Alright, so one guy gets bit a little bit.
Yeah, you nibbled at my armor.
How's it going so far? It's going well. It's been a fun game. There's been a lot of death and destruction. There are not a lot of bodies left on the table.
This is the what if scenario if Grimgore actually got buffed. Alright, 2 Rendwin.
Save 1.
Just 1 damage.
Okay, and I am within an inch of that mystical terrain, so I do get a 6 up. Not that it matters. So you said it was 1 damage? 2.
Yep, 1 damage.
Okay. So we'll take it off this guy.
Okay, so we lost 2, 3, 4, 5. Just don't roll high is all the idea of the works. Oof, that is destroyed on those poor little dudes.
Alright, and I guess we could call it there unless you want to run an Ard Boy at Croc and see what happens.
He probably won't do much. He's just gonna scream, and then of course if you double turn with the Croc.
Oh, that's true.
He's gonna.
Yeah, that'd be the real
die.
question. Is it? Does he even get a chance? Yes, he gets a chance.
All right, he's gonna run like fucking crazy before he gets slapped in the face. All right, he goes 5, so he's going 9. All right, there he is. Your turn.
Sage's staff. Meteor. Meteor.
Oh, he's got 1 hell of a left.
Deliverance. Oh, I don't need 2 of those. Hits him, and goodbye.
Yep, gone.
Alright, so that's game, guys. Very fun battle, very goofy. As far as who wins, we actually encountered a pretty weird technicality that needs to be looked into, but by the way I would have interpreted the rules if someone was asking me at a tournament, the Ironjawz would have narrowly snatched victory in the first half of turn 3, but if it turns out that's not the case, then the Seraphon grabbed victory. But either way, it was a super fun game. This build definitely works because Lord Croc is just terrifying.
Yeah, my mistake was bringing in Gordrak and the Mega Boss on Croc because he just did the mortal wounds.
Yeah, well, it's like Gordrak. You know, I thought I had lowered him enough, getting him down to 4 wounds, that I was like, oh, my Scarvet can survive. No, Scarvet got annihilated, Even if
both of his axes are murder weapons to any heroes or wizards. If it's a hero or wizard, Smash on Gunnon's gonna do
so
the
you
job.
want to send like monsters and units that don't have the hero keyword in.
Basically.
It sounds like. But so I have learned a healthy respect for Gordrak because he just casually one-shotted my general, even though he was on death's door, and my general completely whiffed against him, which was a bummer. It's like, oh man, I really wish the massive. I would rather the massive jaws do like D6 wounds instead of a flat 5, but have -2 rend instead. You know.
Yeah.
But it was a super fun game. Pretty interesting. I still have very. I will, and I'll probably do a full review video either tomorrow or the day after. But I still have super mixed feelings about the new Seraphon. They're weird.
They're weird.
Like I
Personally.
don't. I overall, I actually think I'm counting the lore of the book and like a lot of the cool stuff they added in. I think I was playing Coalesced, Celine. I would say that from like a lore perspective and all that stuff, I really love the new Seraphon. Like, awesome, 10 out of 10 book for like lore and Easter eggs and all that stuff, and establishing the fact that they're active in the realms and they actually live in the cities of men now and all this stuff. But the rules, honestly, I think for me it's overall a negative. It feels like the stuff that's good is way too good to the extent that I have to take it if I want to play competitive, or else I'm just going to get punished. Like, I don't see a scenario where you go to a tournament and you would ever not have Lord Croc on the table. Or, like, at least 3 salamanders. Because if you don't have that, then you're literally just wasting points on other stuff. A lot of the monsters got flat out debuffed. Like, the Carnosaur technically got buffed, but he's still really bad.
Trogodon was the biggest debuff ever.
Trogodon was the weird, like, I didn't really like the first edition version, but he had a niche that you could, like, do stuff with. The new version is just, like, they gave it regeneration, and then
they cut its bites in half.
Yeah, like,
They
it
gave the
is...
Divining Rod an extra hit, and D3 damage now.
Yeah, which, you know, screw that.
Yeah.
I will say I do really miss the Troglodon having, like, a general base skill with, like, being able to do Primal Roar and it would, like, buff all the Saurus around you. Now it doesn't do anything. Like, you just don't have a command ability. The Troglodon is literally just, oh, you want to take a monster... It's just super gimmicky. Like, it has a shooting attack that's not terrible, but not great. It has combat stats that aren't terrible, but aren't great. It's got regeneration, which is terrible, not terrible, but not great. It has Comet's Call, which is a really powerful spell, but it can only cast once. And it's really expensive just to take for Comet's Call. Like, you're always better off taking a Slan instead.
Yeah, Slan is...
Like, the new Slan are awesome.
Important. Yeah,
Lord Croc is awesome. I would almost say Lord Croc is too good, because the price difference between him and a regular Slan, I can't see the justification for not taking him. Because you get 4 spells, and he has a 4-up Feel No Pain, which is insane. And he has
Balewind. 5 spells, Jesus.
Yeah, and he can just like shoot off mortal wounds. Like, there's like I played my Night Haunts against the Seraphon build that had Lord Croc. There was no point in me even setting up on the table. Because literally, like, the only way to win against Lord Croc with Night Haunts is you have to stay, like, 16 inches away from him to avoid his spam deliverance, and then pray to God you make that set of charges the next turn, and hope he doesn't get, like, a double turn where, like, he hits you with Comet, moves forward, and then Comets and kills you. Or, Celestial, because Celestial Deliverance will literally wipe most armies. Because he can just target your characters and snipe everybody. Unless, you know, it's a monstrous army. Like Big Wah or Demons. Well, actually, Demons would probably have a really bad time against Croc because he just gets, like, a lot of buff. Because I think he does a flat 3 damage against...
Yes, he does flat 3 damage against...
Which is nuts. But, I don't know. I feel like so much of the book is useless or lost a lot of its flavor. Like, there used to be all those cool rules where, like, Saurus Guard were, like, pretty meh. But if you had them next to a character, they got +1 save. and if you have them next to an Eternity Warden, they can like charge up their weapons and swing to hit harder. Like there's a bunch of really cool synergies between all the different characters.
The Eternal Star Host in the first edition book really.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Especially before, it was amazing because it gives them +2 to the saves and then D3 damage when halted.
And they literally just got rid of it. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the White Dwarf battalion we get. Because right now they're like trying to force people to buy White Dwarfs by adding in a battalion. Like the only way to get like a really interesting battalion is to buy a White Dwarf. Which the Nighthaunt ones were really strong but really hard to use. I heard the Ossiarch Bone Reaper one wasn't that great that came out this month.
Yeah, it was just Vok Martin's Dread Retinue upgraded to more stuff.
Yeah, which I read it and it seemed like it was really good, but it forces you to take Mortis Praetorian, which all the players were like, you know, because they're only gonna take Petrifex if they're playing competitive.
Yeah, I play Osiris in person. Petrifex is the only way to go.
Yeah, like and that's kind of my problem with Age of Sigmar 2nd edition is I feel like every book has that problem. Like Games Workshop, they designed the book and like 15% of the book is grotesquely overpowered. Like you just can't not take that part of the book, and then the rest of the book is basically trash. Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious they play tested it, but it's like, did you guys really play test it that much, or did you just do one game and call it good right there?
Yeah, I know. It's like it feels like their playtesters are people who do not play like every playtester did a single game and was like, all right. Yeah. Because like looking at the Seraphon book, like Pterodons, I think are garbage. Like now to drop rocks,
they are really bad.
Drop rocks isn't a guarantee hit or anything. You need a 4-up once per game to do D3 mortal wounds to a unit you flew over. That is a lot of specifications for D3 mortal wounds on a 50-50 chance. Unless you want to pay bonus points for a Skink Chief to give you a 2-up. Ooh.
Yeah.
Once again, once per game. The Ripperdactyls are absolute garbage.
Yeah, they just put them in the trash and said, all right, sorry guys, you're done.
Yeah, it's like, I was sitting there going, oh, maybe they'll finally give them -1 Rin, so they're actually like an armor-piercing unit. Or maybe they can do mortals on 6s when they're rolling to wound or something.
They got rid of one of their attacks. They made it even more harder to hit. No more D3 really anymore. It's just one attack.
Yeah, and they don't generate more attacks based on how many they hit, which was like the only redeeming skill they had. And the
Bot Toad is useless now.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is that when I look at the Seraphon 1st edition book, you could argue, and I would probably kind of agree, that there were too many rules because every single unit had some kind of unique gimmick, but you could do a lot of really cool, fun synergies with them. This book, there are no synergies. Like, there are some heroes you flat out cannot take because they don't do anything. Like the Eternity Warden. Literally useless. He has no command trait. He doesn't have, or no, he does have a command trait, but all he does is he gives Eternity or Saurus Guard, and only Saurus Guard, +1 to hit. But you know who else does that? The fucking Old Blood. Except for the Old Blood does it to all Saurus, not just Saurus Guard. I don't know what they were thinking with the Eternity Warden. He is literally a trash tier unit.
Well, they also removed a battalion. They removed the Eternal Battalion, and that thing does not exist anymore. It's like, what do you guys do?
Yeah, and the battalions we did get, most of them, they're ludicrously overpriced. Most of them. Some of them are, like 2 of them are okay. But most of them are horribly overpriced because they're like 150 plus points, which is huge. Like, I would rather battalions be kind of trash, like, you know, give you like a small buff in a really specific situation, but on the plus side, you know, they're only like 60 points. That way you could like take more items and stuff. But like Seraphon, you will almost never see Seraphon running battalions unless there's someone who's able to shell out infinite amounts of money, so they're able to just run like Sotek's Fang and run like 200 skinks on the table. And even then, that's not guaranteed because the FAQ actually nerfed the Fangs of Sotek pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my Seraphon list that I do. If it loads in properly. There we go. So I'm running the Thunderquake, 2 Skinks, 5 Source Guard, a Old Blood, Scar Veteran, Croc, Skink Priest, and then 3 Salamanders.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Bastildons are nuts. Like I'll say the
They are
Bastildon
nuts.
like at first I was like, oh, they got rid of our 4-up we ignore wounds or mortal wounds, which is a bummer. But like, if you keep them healed, they literally have an unrendable 2-up. That's stupid. That is legit stupid.
Add Mystic Shield into that.
Yeah, they're literally invulnerable unless they get mortal wounded.
Yeah.
But then you just heal them back up if you're running Thunderquake.
Yep.
Are you running Coalesced or Starborn?
Coalesced, and this is the Thunder Lizard.
Oh yeah, so they have like even more wounds and stuff.
Yep, because now the Bastildon's going to shoot both 18 shots in the shooting phase.
And I will say probably the biggest bummer for me is that Throughout the Unclean, I don't think Games Workshop is ever going to do that. I don't think Games Workshop is ever going to officially release a digital version of Tabletop, because that would just be...
No, they wouldn't.
That would literally be suicide for a massive part of the company.
Financially, they'd lose a lot of money.
Yeah, you have to remember that from Games Workshop's perspective, they are a modeling company first and foremost. Like, that is the number one thing they care about, is moving models. They do not give a butt about the books or like the competitive nature of the game. Like, all they care about is the hobby aspect of the game. Now, granted, they're like investing in the other parts to like keep things like active and stuff, but with how typically old-fashioned they are and how scared they tend to be of like moving technology, there's no way in hell they would ever consider that to be a good idea, even though it probably would. Like, if they had like a fully supported digital version that was really, really well made, it would probably just encourage more people to get involved in the game and then start picking up physical models so they can enjoy the hobby aspect.
And then the problem would be is how much would they charge for everything on the virtual game?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Games Workshop would like micro transaction the shit out of it. You would not be able to, it wouldn't be like Tabletop Simulator where you pay $20 and you have the entire whatever you want at your fingertips. It would be
you
like
have to pay $50 for each army.
Yeah, because it's like the way they do the app. There's an Age of Sigmar app you can get where you can like get the rules and stuff. But if you want the rules for the battalions, those aren't free. You got to buy a digital copy of the book. Not even a physical copy. You have to buy a digital copy of the book. If you own a physical copy, they're like, great, fuck you. That being said, if you're like, man, I really, really want to play digital, just get Tabletop Simulator. It works amazing. Am I in DFW? Yes. I play... So, obviously, I'm not playing anywhere physically right now because of COVID-19, and that's probably not... I will be amazed if we are, like, back to pseudo-normal, like being able to go out and play tabletop in person by, like, September. I will be amazed if we're, like, back on track by then. Because this virus is going to be ugly, dudes. And it's going to be... And there's just a lot of incompetence about people trying to handle it. But, anyway, when that day finally comes, I usually get my games in at Texas Toy Soldier, which is a store here in DFW, or more commonly you'll find me at the Citadel, which is a Games Workshop store. It's the Warhammer store and cafe, aka the Citadel, which is like my favorite store. Though Tabletop Soldier is where I go for tournaments. TTS is terrible and janky in your opinion? Well, I mean, it's going to be your only option. I mean, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news or anything. And it is getting better. I don't know what causes the invisible barriers that causes 99% of the jankiness, but hopefully the modders can figure out a way around that. You know, it seems to be that the invisible hitbox for the models, unfortunately, tends to be notably larger than the models themselves. Especially the 2D ones. I will say the 3D models tend to be way better than the 2D models for jankiness.
Eternal Blade's working on most of his mods and getting them without the hitboxes problems.
Yeah, so and that's the big
virtually no hitbox.
If you're somebody that you're like, man, I really wish there was no jankiness on the models and they had no hitboxes and yada yada yada, then get involved in the modding community for Tabletop Simulator and support the modders. Like, meet them, Like, find your favorite mods and send them a message about, like, how you want the mod to change and, like, pay them money. You know? That's, you know, what they're doing is essentially free labor, and if you want to speed it up or have it meet your specifications, then you can pay them. That's what most people do. Miguel, yeah! Oh, shoot, I just realized I need to take my pill. Well, Miguel, as soon as COVID-19 is over with and we're allowed to play games again, I would be happy to get in some physical matches with folks in the community. Especially because, so really cool thing is over at Texas Toy Soldier. They are, they set up, unfortunately, we didn't get to use it in time because of the virus, but they set up a live stream setup over one of their tables. So, in the very, very near future, when we get back to playing, and I was just starting talks with supporting them on it and getting to use it, you know, I would be able to live stream games for you guys, but it would be physical games of tabletop, not digital, which would be super cool. You know, the whole thing where you have the overhead view where y'all could see the whole table and the terrain, and there'd be the little, you know, camera off to the side that records the dice on a green screen so you can see all the dice rolls and stuff. Hopefully that'll happen. If we're lucky, maybe this summer, but I really doubt it. But, you know, we'll have to see what happens. Nobody knows. Nothing like this has happened in a long time. Do I have a Facebook? Yes, technically, but that's not the best way to contact me because I very rarely check it. Best way to contact me is on Discord, which there should be a Discord link in the... Kiro, would you mind getting a Discord link? Kiro will post it in chat. But if anyone doesn't have any further questions, we're pretty much done. But this was a super fun game. It was a lot of fun.
Yep, definitely.
I do hope to try some other stuff with Seraphon in the near future, maybe before I get my final thoughts. But I will tell you guys what. Unfortunately, after doing the research behind it, I do not think Starborn are competitive.
They're not at all.
Yeah, I looked into it, and I thought I had some really cool ideas of how to make them work. But when you actually sit down and do the calculations for the summoning system, I do not know what the fuck they were smoking when they made the summoning rules for Seraphon, because they are garbage. Garbage! You are
3 now, everything.
Yeah, you have
and
to
you can only sack 1 spell.
Yeah, you have to get lucky. Literally lucky to get anything more than Skinks by turn 3. Unless you're running like 5 Slawn, in which case you've got bigger problems, honestly. Like being an asshole. Because if you're running 5 Slawns at that point, you're just spamming Comet's Call and the summons don't matter. What's the name of that store again? Texas Toy Soldier. Like a toy soldier, like a figure. They are an awesome store. They have the best competitive community in Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they're also part excuse me, they're also part of the Texas Masters circuit. So if you're looking to get into super competitive play, like I've recently started doing for, because back during Warhammer Fantasy 8th Edition, I played, a lot of y'all know this, but I played competitive, like, in big tournaments. You know, I would go to tournaments where you had to pay, like, $100 as an entry fee and stuff like that, and would place really, really well with my Lizardmen. You know, where I would, you know, and that was my hobby. I didn't have time for drugs or anything else. I only had time for Warhammer and, like, music.
Yeah, Adepticon, if it happened, one of the tournaments they had for Age of Sigmar was 180 just to get in.
Yeah, Adepticon is nuts.
Yes, Adepticon is expensive.
But, like, there was supposed to be a tournament in May. I think it's the Lone Wolf tournament, but it had, I think it was like an $80 entry fee. I signed up for that with my Nighthaunts. Because the only unfortunate thing about the Master Circuit is you get different scores with different factions. So if you're constantly changing your faction, it, like, resets your score. So if your goal is to, like, place as high as possible so you can participate in the, like, the big finale tournament, the Texas Masters tournament at the end of the year, you generally, want to pick one army and stick with it, which I believe they do that so people just aren't constantly shifting to whatever, like, the hot new army is, that, because Games Workshop generally tends to make the newest release overpowered more often than not. Which I wouldn't go so far as to say they do it on purpose, but they totally do it on purpose. they're trying to get people to buy stuff. Like, I bet you guys, I would bet an unhealthy amount of money
that especially because the Lumineth Realm Lords and the Sons of Behemoth are going to have new models in addition to new books, they're going to be grotesquely overpowered.
Well, I mean, since Seraphon didn't get any new models or anything of like a new unit, Sons of Behemoth maybe new models.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't imagine them just using like the old giant, but just being like kit bash it in 5 different ways, and there's your army.
Yeah, because there's got to be something else with the giants, because it just can't be just giants.
I'm kind of hoping that it's gonna be like the Titan faction in 40k, where it's literally just giants. But like maybe you can customize them like you could in fantasy, you know, like where they cost different points depending on the equipment you take or something. I don't know. Because you're right. I mean, traditionally, there's no way they could do that unless all the giants are just like worth a flat 250 or 500 points or something. That way, there's no like difficult math to it. It's just like, oh, we're playing 1,500 points, 3 giants or whatever. That being said, I am so much more excited for the Sons of Behemoth than I am for the Lumineth Realm Lords, just because I don't know, Lumineth are just high elves, whatever. They're high elves without dragons or white lions, which were my favorite parts of high elves. So Lumineth can go die in a fire for all I care.
Lumineth is now the bull high elves.
I don't understand why they have a bull model. Like, I look at that thing and I'm like, when I saw that model, the first thing that went into my head is like, oh my god, I want to buy that and then customize it so that it's like a corrupted version to use as a Gorgon. That would be sick for like a Beast of Chaos army. Just have it have like a bunch of tentacles and add on the second set of arms, so it's got like the big hammer in 2 of its arms and like the giant claws. Like, that would be awesome looking. That being said, I don't know if we've seen the full model range, because the way they've been talking about the Lumineth lately, they seem to be talking about it like they have revealed the full model range, but it doesn't feel like they have. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
I mean, preview is on the 18th.
Yeah, so for anyone curious about this kind of stuff, this Saturday, there is going to be they've been doing this almost every Saturday for the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks. But this Saturday... this Saturday is going to be a series of announcements that's going to reveal... Apparently, it's going to be mostly about the Sons of Behemoth this weekend. But they're basically just like, here's the new shit coming out. And I think for this week, it's probably going to be mostly like the new Psychic Awakening book. So like more stuff for the Death Guard and all that crap. And then the Sons of Behemoth, which I just want to see if they have new models. That's all I care about. I just want to see if they have models. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I guess that is going to be it for us. Thank you very much, good sir, for the game.
Thank you.
It was a ton of fun and a good time.
It was definitely a bloody one.
And yeah, I have officially killed Gordrak. I can check that off my to-do list before I die. Because I don't think I've ever even fought Gordrak. I think every time I've ever played somebody with a Maw Crusher, they're always running the generic one. Usually with, like, the ethereal amulet or some bullshit. Because that's totally a nice thing to do. But, yeah, thank you all again so much for joining me. I don't have anything else to say, so have a good night. Make sure to wash your hands. Stay safe, and I'm hoping to resume... I'm probably going to record it late before I go to bed, but should be resuming the Greenskin campaign for Mark of Chaos tomorrow, and I'm hoping to maybe get out my Seraphon, my thoughts on the new Seraphon book maybe this weekend. And the new episode of Who Would Win, I think, comes out on Sunday. So for those who really like that series, you have that to look forward to. But anyway, have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for the game.